We are live in the Matsu Valley for the Second Amendment. Stand up for your rights, for your guns here in Alaska. We're going to move on through the crowd and get up to where the talking's happening, and we'll be here live for the rest of the day. Don't forget to share.
Great again. I thought it was high again.
To Murkowski's office, and it looks like maybe it worked because she announced just about an hour or so ago that she's not voting for the additional witnesses. That's not why I'm here. Why I'm here is I am here to support the conditional use permitting, and also, and not to confuse you, Second Amendment rights. I want to tell you that there is current legislation that is going on right now, HB 62. It is going through the legislative process right now, and I talked to Tom Anderson, a former legislator, and you may know him. He is the Tom Anderson Show, and I asked him, please, would you please read this and give me your opinion? And he said, yes, I agree with you. I think this is the legislation that may lead to us being a red flag state. So, what do we need to do? We need to vote, yes. But here's the deal. Can you hold that up for me? Okay. I had to update my registration 2 days ago because we moved. It took 2 minutes to update my registration, okay? The state of Alaska has made it as simple as possible to register to vote, to know what's going on, and then we need to get out and vote. One thing I can tell you from being down in Anchorage yesterday is infiltrators come to these groups. They get into our groups and they show up in numbers, in mass. They mobilize. We have to stop being nice and we have to show up, especially show up to vote. So, this is the website, elections.alaska.gov. It couldn't be simpler, and it can't be simpler in the state of Alaska to vote. There's 3 ways to vote. Vote up on the day, vote up in advance, or vote as a absentee voter. But vote, we need you. And also, when we call you to action, we need boots on the ground, especially for Second Amendment issues. We're going to fight this HB 62, and we need people to show up. Thank you so much for being here today.
Woo!
That is such a very important thing. I mean, that is probably the most important message to take from here right now is 2 things. 1, you have to vote, or you have no one to blame but yourselves. Number 2, open your mouth. Open your mouths here right now. Open your mouth. Turn to your neighbor. Open your mouth. Hi, I'm Luke Howard. How you doing? I run North Fork Supply. It's a gun store. I build all kinds of fun toys. I live the dream. All I do all day is play with really expensive stuff, and I get paid to do so. What do you do for a living? What company do you own? Where do you work? How can I help you? Here's my phone number.
Very observant.
That is so important because 90% of people who are hearing about this, they heard about it for the first time in the past 7 days. And part of that's my fault. I wasn't watchdogging as close as I should have. I thought it was over. I had reassurances this was over from a politician here. But we have to be vigilant. We have to be vigilant. We have to make sure that we hold our elected officials accountable, and we have to be the change we want. And that requires us getting off our butts and doing stuff and talking to our neighbors. Get a speed dial set up. It's really easy. Our phones, you know, I hate cell phones. To be honest with you, I hate cell phones. If I could, I'd never ever set it again. But there's so many cool little things about it. You put people into groups. You say, everyone here, there's a group. Put Second A, or just put Freedom Group. Freedom Group. Every phone number you take, you put into that. So when you hear something, you know something's coming down the pipe. You go to your Freedom Group. You go to populate all your text messages. Hey, this is so-and-so from that rally. Did you guys hear about this? Let's do some research. Let's figure it out. Let's mobilize people. Let's educate people. People will stand up for their rights if they know what's going on, what's happening. We need to inform our population. Now, Alaska's a little bit different. See, if this was like, say Salt Lake City, or if this was like Fort Worth, Texas, there's a lot more Facebook and social media there. There's a lot of population here that doesn't use that. And we need to be mindful of them as well, because their voices need to be heard as well. And that's part of opening your mouth. That's part of talking to your neighbors. That's part of getting a hold of each other and saying, do you need a ride? Actually, I got amazing people right now coming down from Fairbanks. I said, hey, where are you sleeping? They said, we don't know. I said, well, I have a guest room. Then I can kick my kids in the one room. You got another room there, and I got couches. I cook, actually, not to toot my own horn, but I'm a pretty damn good cook. So you're going to get some good chow. That's part of the deal with this. Think of it back in the Revolutionary days. There was riders. They'd ride from little towns and things like that. And people would put them up, and people would feed them because they were the ones relaying the message. You guys, we learn from the history, but we use our history. We use it to keep moving forward in these causes and uniting each other and getting this word out and letting our elected officials know we do not support one word, 0%. 0% of legislation we will accept. There's no other outcome we will accept. And if they choose to go against their constituents, right now, I'll tell you right now, on the average, in these elections, they are won and lost by less than 150 votes. What do we have right here?
We got it.
We got it. So we will vote them out. They will face consequences. There will be an audit and accountability with our public officials. We voted them in there. We trust them on good faith. If they perform, and if they don't perform in that good faith, we replace them. And we vet people better. We hold them accountable. We make our voices heard. And the only way of doing that is turn right, turn left, shake some hands, get some phone numbers. Spread the message. I have a page. I just started up. It's called 907 Freedom on Facebook. 907 Freedom. I'm going to post news there. I'm going to post comments there. I'm going to post videos there. I'm going to get you guys informed as much as I can to let you know what's going on. It is nonprofit. I guess we are taking donations, a little bit of it, but I'm not getting paid for this, guy. This has nothing to do with that. This strictly has to do with what I saw in Oregon and the fact that I reacted too slow there. And a lot of patriots are acting a little too slow. We were reactionaries, and we were not proactively and preemptively striking down blatant attacks on our rights. And so that's why I'm doing this. I will not be chased out of another state because of my inactivity or my complacency. Period. Done. And obviously you guys won't either.
Yeah, I see you.
I just recognize you without the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my name's Paul.
Oh, that's true.
That's right. Hey! Yep.
You went to 3 kids.
Hey, don't forget to share out there. Everybody needs to see what's going on. We've got legislation going through our legislators in Juneau that is meant to take away our Second Amendment rights here in Alaska, opening up the door for the red flag laws to be instigated here. People need to show up, show a little bit of patriotism for our 10 amendments that we have been given. Our Second Amendment is under attack. Don't forget to share.
I hope so. All right. I'll get you squared away. All right, y'all take a
I guess.
Hey, if anybody wants to give me a hand up here, I need this coffee pot to go inside and thaw out. So we can have some hot water going for the hot chocolate for you kids. If anybody has a free hand and wants to come take this inside and let it thaw for me, that'd be awesome. Thanks.
I'm waving my flag. 2 or 3 months of chemo, and then started having bad reactions, passing out, bad, dizzy.
He said he did. I was like, yeah, let's go. He's like, oh, it's joking.
Glad you made it out. Everybody. What did you do? Yeah, I've been trying to get right down. Whatever you're using, man. You know it's cold?
Second Amendment.
Need any help? We're going to set our decorate here.
All right, sir, can you please start singing upon your first and last name? All right, how long have you been a Palmer resident? Actually, I live in Silver.
That's all I talk.
Okay. So why are you here today? I'm going to stand up to these guys that like to hide in these buildings.
Luke, LD Howard, Luke, come to the microphone.
What rights do you think are threatened by this proposed regulation? It's so vague that they can be interpreted in different ways. So, like I try to explain to people, you know, you drive by my property, I go down and down Sutton.
You never know.
I've talked to people, now the sound ordinance it's way too big. That's just ridiculous. Live by these people. So, one thing that the borough has said is they've, you know, because the public comment period has ended, they said they did a lot of constructive criticism on us, and they're going to apply that if they do make another amended version.
They shouldn't even be doing this. Palmer approved it to them last time when they were trying to stop the gun range. Voted saying, we want a gun range in family. The reason they do it is the fact that people wanted to own the building, went on and had the people wanted in there.
So your biggest concern as a property owner is the sound
I'm concerned at all. I just don't want any aircraft telling me what I can and cannot do, and I can and cannot do it. Alaska for the free escape of the nation.
Anything else you want to say?
Out there voting people, this is happening even here in Alaska.
People there though.
Thanks, Craig. I'll grab that mic back from you if I can. Sir?
Costello and Peter Chicken.
No.
49er
Hey,
This was to defend your Second Amendment.
Just for 26 years. Been looking for 20 years. Thank you. Came up here in 15,
Really is. They make it seem like it's hard, but I've been working with my
Truck coming through. Truck coming through.
Well, somebody had to be out here.
Yeah.
Well, I saw.
Then I got my paycheck and I'm like, oh, I'll do that again.
I just turned the truck off, drove it back to sleep.
Can I see it? Can I see yours too? Thank you.
Someone. Yeah. I was adopted into America. I hated being taken from my mother, but it was the best thing in the world to come to America because I was educated in Virginia on the Constitution and what it meant and the Bill of Rights. I love America. As soon as I set foot on ground in America, I kissed them. I was 7 years old and I knew what it was meant. Even though I was big and didn't understand. But you see, I lived in a shack. Walk in the shack and see nothing.
You do a demonstration?
I'm gonna eat it over there. I don't want to eat it by you.
No refrigerator because it melts. But you know what? I was freedom rights forever.
And full circle, how does that apply to what we're talking about here today?
Protecting all of our rights, protecting gun rights because I think we need to defend our families. We need to be able to have food. I believe in all of human rights because I'm a very America's just a great country. It's a wonderful country, and I love it. And I think everybody should be protecting their rights and protecting what the Constitution means because it's a free country.
Chris, can you tell me what you're signing there?
This is a form on the Second Amendment protecting your rights for your guns and asking the borough not to make any laws against our rights, including having guns and being taken away from us. So, that's about it. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Chris.
You lose one bottle, they get upset.
Anybody would like to talk to the general public out there? I am doing good. How are you?
It's a target-rich environment.
I mean, I couldn't ask for a better group of people.
I'm Roger Holland. I'm from Senate District 10. I'm running for Democrat to apologize that we sent Kathy here to the Senate.
We intend to fix that.
Yeah, Holland here to replace Giesel. So is everybody else in the state of Alaska right now. We've got all of our bets on you right at the moment.
That's one thing. That's one thing. It's like it's a district election, but it has to take I
Wait.
was referred as the ringleader. Whoever's actually It's like we have 20 senators in the Senate. We have 7 Democrats.
Oh, sorry.
Minority leader, Democrat, majority leader, Democrat, and the president.
Just checking out what you're reading.
Exactly. And it's really sad. We got one person, Kathy Giesel, Senate Majority Leader, who is basically got the puppet strings being pulled behind her. I mean, we can throw out names out there like Imhoff and, Spanance Holtz and all the other ones that are sitting there, Lindman, Hoffman, and the Donnie Olson. We got the different groups out there that are just literally taking over control of our legislators that are saying caucus rules. Majority of the population of Alaska's voices don't stand for anything anymore.
I'm a Republican, and you big say you're a Republican, you know what that means?
Yes.
Now they said, well, we're a conservative Republican, and just know what that means. And now you got to say, well, I'm a real conservative Republican, you know what that means. And a real conservative Republican, and 4 years from now, I'll be the same. Hold that in your hand quick.
That's absolutely what we need. We need both Republicans that are Republicans in their district and the Republicans when they get to do this. They can't be two different people. They have to be the same person that got elected by and unfortunately, that's not the case with the majority of us. But other
Exactly. Promises made, promises kept, not promises made. Now that I'm elected, screw you.
Name and number on the back.
It needs to be a vote of the people. The DOD belongs to the people. It needs to change. I'm sorry, it's our resources, it's our money, and regardless of whether we've been here long enough, because there wasn't the money. Nobody complained. What we're complaining about now is not the loss of the money, it's the loss of our money, our resources. When you think about it, the oil is a fixed asset. When the last drop, it's not a revenue stream. When the last drop of oil is it runs out, it's down. I'm sorry, not the PFD, the PF is a revenue stream if we manage it properly. Right now, the legislature is not doing it. They think they know better than we do.
Every time I hear somebody say, I want to save, and now, and you show weakness like that, then Mayor Berkowitz will probably thank
Well, legislators made it very clear, and I'm sure you guys are well aware of it back on October 8th of last year when they had the PFD bicameral work group that sat down in Anchorage, and they talked about their 6 different plans that they had about how the PFD supplies the budget, and there's no showing of anything that was within it that showed any reductions or cuts that could have been applied. In fact, when you take their tool after they had launched it, zero out the PFD and look at the PFD under the statute, not under what they had a $900 million surplus sitting there.
The PFD was never intended to be a budgetary item. So it should have never been put into the budget. That's how it was. That's how it should always be. So,
SB 76 was the worst piece of legislation for us.
yeah,
The emergency.
SB 26, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Right now, his credit, the governor wants to put $1 billion in this budget as restitution for the law. That's $500 million for Black County. And if we can't cut our way part way into that, we're not damaged, we're not borrowed, but I mean, we're so close to a balanced budget this year.
Yes.
Excuse me, sir.
I certainly would not have voted for the budget with the cut.
So let me see. We got Kevin McCabe. I know his last name is Holland, and you're right, Stephen Wright. These are three candidates that are running for our offices out here in the Valley area, and Holland is trying to take over Giesel's seat. If you wanted to know somebody that I would be endorsing right now, Holland's got my endorsement hands down. There's no questions asked. We need Giesel to be removed. I'm not in his district, but I will definitely say if I was, that's where my vote would be getting casted this year. These three gentlemen standing in front of me are for the statutory PFD, not the one modified by SB 26. They wanted to see that rule taken out. They understand that we could have a balanced budget. Throw your questions. Do you have any out there? Let me check back.
Definitely the full historical PFD needs to be paid.
But, you know, I know
If you look at it,
precious funds for use.
as far as
Not as precious as my liberty, sir.
options, as far as
And are you
their
retired?
reserve, they do have.
Okay, because
The citizens doing a restricted half on our side, they should actually be looking more at their half and maybe
thanks so much,
more
man.
responsible to spend that.
These kind of things,
Too. That's
Agree completely.
good days, there's bad days.
Don't forget to share if you're watching. We are at the Matsu Borough where they are having the Second Amendment gun rally. We were just talking with three up-and-coming legislators. If everybody votes for them in November, we can have ourselves a cleaning up the House and the Senate. Holland there was running for Kathy Giesel's seat.
All right.
Ever read it?
No, 5,000 year lease.
What our founding fathers
Thank you, guys.
looked at, decide what to do, where to get their information, and what the Constitution.
Let's see if we can get someone else who might want to talk.
Yeah, that's the man feels. Man,
That's
Dalton, I need more coffee. Dalton Brewington, go get more coffee.
It is a brisk, chilly day. Bring your gloves if you're coming. Dress warmly. This is supposed to be going on until probably 5 p.m. this evening. Going by the crowd size, we have increased since I've arrived. I would say we're hitting a couple hundred people here now.
You know, I think it's funny, all these states that are passing sanctuary city laws. Basically, we got
It is literally standing room only.
basically from the get-go was set up as a sanctuary Second Amendment state.
Can't really see. That's all we can
What you trying to get there?
Well, versus the well-armed woman.
Ah, okay.
Not about strapping him up.
It's cooling right now.
Like the burger will stay warm. You're welcome. I hate going get down there.
That's my grandson. Anybody else down here?
Amazing how a touchscreen stops working when your fingers are cold. Anybody want to talk to the camera? Nobody want to talk to the camera? I'm here for the same reason you guys are.
Scripture out and started over.
All right, Todd. Nice talking.
It is amazing how many people have shown up out here today. Let's see if we can get a big group of the crowd that's out here. There is more and more people showing up by the second. If you're in the Matsu Valley and you can get out to Palmer, we're at the Palmer
Because they keep going. There's maybe 3 of us left that are just like their guns because one of them got a committee chair out of this. Another one is very comfortable back into it. You know, so people are doing their thing. It's hard to get people.
Just a second, you guys want to be on camera? We'd love to discuss it.
I just know that right now we have 7 people that voted against that provision, 13 Republicans that voted against it, but you have Democrats going, and you're the voice of really from 1,000 Alaskans for silence. Because 3 legislators, which almost 40,000 each, that they represent, were taking the vote. So the answer of how you get more involved in health is you hold the coalition. You help spread the message.
They do this crap all the time because they know that the constituents aren't paying attention, and it drives me nuts. It's been like that for years.
Yeah, hang on a second. Let me have him put in my
That's the last thing I did right now. I'll have trolls all over the place.
Senator Mark Schauer out here with our standing up for our Second Amendment rights here in Alaska. Again, if you're just tuning in, don't forget to share.
What would we do before cell phone?
this is unbelievable. I'm not playing in
I got the curve and I feel this is not. I have my
reelected, you know that,
I have my battle to fight. I have a valid place. You have your valid place. We all have a place in this. We all have a role to play in this. And mine will be specific in certain things. And part of it will be to shine a light where the darkness is. And part of the consequences I'm suffering, which means part of the consequences you're suffering, is because I'm shining the light, because I am getting consequences. There's no story about World War II. Bomber pilot Ulysses thought that we'd take off out of England. And we would fly over the English Channel, they wouldn't touch us. We get over France and they start shooting back black at us and fighters. When they figured out the direction of the target that we were going to and you got really close to the target, they just let loose. Why? Because you're getting close to something that matters. If I am getting hit like this, it means that I am on target for something that matters to the deep state. So if I'm shining a light on stuff and I'm getting consequences like this, it tells me I'm probably on the right path. That I am hitting the deep state and people that are comfortable in a situation or in a structure that has allowed power to be consolidated. So I think that's what we're looking at here, is that people are getting really uncomfortable that I am taking on a structure that's kind of funny. Individual like that, because the momentum of the people is built because they're getting injured.
You know as well as I do. You need to resources. A lot of money up here. I'm just going to control that down there. So utilize that for their causes.
It was actually really well without you. I won't be hit by this by certain people. My great uncle used to do. I'm not quite engineer. So certainly think that
whatever information you want to give me,
gotcha.
I want to out there that I every channel I bring conditions. So whatever you give me, I'll spread out there. I'll tag people the way. I'll tag everyone. Everyone needs to know that if it can happen here, I was made a fool of. I was hit. My little gun store over there looked like campaign central.
I get tired of people walking
20 people in there answering phone calls, doing stuff about this organizing. I mean, amazing people stepped up. These guys are like,
I'm irritated.
Not just your flaky chest bumpers. I'm here to with my gun and everything. All people doing amazing things. The key is now is I lost it.
It's okay. Look, America was given a gift. A couple hundred years ago, our forefathers gave us a gift. They gave us a system of governance that has really never been seen in the history of mankind. Several of them told us that you can lose this at any time if you didn't fight for it. And we're at a precedent. This is not, this is not some big thing. But trust me, in our country right now, we are on a precipice of losing everything. This is a small part of it. It's happening in other parts of the country. Trump has helped break that up by kind of fighting that back, and people are starting to go, whoa, what the heck is going on? This is not, I guarantee you to say we're on a precipice, and if people don't get involved, we are going to lose the gift that we were given. We were given one of the greatest gifts in the history of mankind, to live in this country, under this form of Republican government, because we're not a democracy. We're a representative republic. We were given a gift, and that's what I'm afraid of. We're going to use this gift for our kids and kids so they have something, or are we going to just say, too bad, I was too busy with my life? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Are you going to let it happen and lose it? Or are you going to stay involved and get involved and hold on to it for our kids and grandkids in the future? And my other question, do you want to be ruled or do you want to be represented?
It was Wyoming. That's what I would remember. Wyoming. Everyone was saying, "Oh, my Alaska." Said, "Hey, the one bastion, last bastion was Wyoming."
Yeah.
I guided out there. I love Wyoming, everything like that. Like tons of knowledge about that. The greatest red state can be. I said, "This will never happen in Wyoming."
That's why I sent you that link, because that happened where I lived in Cheyenne. Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Organized attack on our rights, and until we wake up, like you're saying, but the nice thing is having.
I never thought it happened in Wyoming. I never.
We ask you to work for us. You can ask us to work for you when you're trying to be truthful. You're trying to bring out this information. I stand with you 100%. Whatever you need me to do, call me at any time. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, call me. Never have since a long time. About 19, and I came from 19. I don't yeah, get a hold of me whenever. I will be ever stalwart, ever faithful on this thing. My wife knows I'm amazing. I walked in. My wife is so supportive. Actually, about a year ago, she goes, "You're doing it again." I didn't plan. She's mad. She doesn't know that's why I'm married.
None of those. Well, I hear you all the time. It's a numbers game.
That's what they're well, you know, if you don't have numbers, you can't form a coalition, you can't do this, you can't get that bill passed. It's true.
It's a defeatist mentality.
But it is a numbers game. And you know what I'm seeing out here in this market?
Numbers.
I'm not talking about numbers of legislators. I'm talking about numbers of people. But all of a sudden, 10 people, 100, 1,000, 100,000, 200,000. Even though they think they are. Those numbers, I don't know. Because then people are no longer there. I don't have the right. My point is, people are angry. Use your anger. Ted Stevens, I think he said that, right? He said, I don't get angry. I don't go, and that's what I do. Don't get angry. Use your anger to affect the change you want to see. Don't allow the change that is not happening that you don't want. Don't allow people to involve.
Motivation and mobilization.
This is what citizens, by the way, should be doing. This is effective. This brings people together. This gets people fired up involved. This is what about once they decide,
7,500 now. Yes, sir. I heard.
She knows I've made the change posted.
One person matters. You're right. One person matters. That one person tells 2 people. 2 people tell 4 people tell 12 people. It's wildfire. That's the thing we can't alienate them. Because they, I mean, especially in Alaska, this is the thing. I love people. If they disagree with me on this, oh, I know. Trust me, I have everything referred. I've got everything referred to, even down to my manhood in this thing. I mean, all kinds of trolls, attacks. I mean, I get it. I don't respond. I ban on mine. So you know what? You're not part of the speech. You're part of the problem. I'm not calling you. The same drop of fish. But no one's using it. But now is the problem. These people work for the problem. All they do. We elected the ones with the problem. These people just put it on the table. They're good folks. I have nothing against these people here. But it's our elected officials that allow them to get the point are the ones we will hold accountable. The ones we will bring static into their face.
well, again, being a medic.
Don't forget to cheer, folks.
When we get a victory here, this is bring forward it. People have to have doing those get down. We can't just say we showed up and had one small deal and now we're
And we need to keep educating. I just shared this on Palmer, Alaska Buzz, and I had the Palmer Chamber of Commerce members getting on there saying, but this is just about ranges. We don't have those in town.
Michael Dukes has done a wonderful job. Tom Anderson's done a wonderful job. We've had a lot of big support from great patriot media outlets.
And I got into it just like that.
Mike Picard, every time I try to get a hold of him, like I said, I'm so busy in my shop trying to organize to make sure everything went somewhat smoothly. That I didn't have time. I was like, oh, call me this time. Okay, go. I didn't set an alarm on my phone. Next thing I know, I'm talking to 3 people answering my phone and sending a text message at the same time. He was like, damn it, I missed it again. I'm sorry. So.
And the one last thing, but I know you my wife reminded me, I should walk around and talk to her. Yes, sir. Remember, we talked about votes and do they matter? Votes do matter. And higher level federalist talk, because we're talking millions, right? Does anybody remember what happened last year up in Fairbanks? There's an individual sitting in the House right now that decided he was going to join the Democrat majority and help throw the House over to Democrat control. You know how much he won that vote by? That election?
One.
Yeah, one vote.
One vote.
People at home saying my vote doesn't matter.
Fairbanks.
Election is thrown for one vote.
Yeah.
I can't say your vote doesn't matter.
Some are decided by 150 or less.
There was something decided the other day when Mike had Dunleavy had to throw a coin for somebody.
At this point, the whole thing, election, starting from that.
Shit, the Susitna election, they just had 279 people decide who the mayor was there.
Yeah, like 9 or 10% around the valley, especially unless it's a national
It was
election.
considered 1% of the turnout for the voters.
They're probably all high.
I'm politic. On Facebook. So yeah, but we're live right now. So if you want something to say, we.
I was going through my first trip to Germany, driving from
that stuff here.
You got a nice car. One of my buddies has got the
Exactly.
He's watching.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, we're a right to carry state. We're one of the 17 states out there that has the right to carry without no questions asked. Exactly. And this is just another taking piece of it away again. Oh, thank you. Senator Mike Shower out here, yes.
Where did you get that attachment right there?
They got that out of Best Buy.
Out of what?
Best Buy.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'm signing the petition too, so it's just to my left or right. Almost to the main entrance.
Want to talk to the camera? Yeah! Well, you can talk to me and the camera. I mean, I got to just make sure that it's all right first before I start just... Oh, well, you know, what's your motivation for being out here besides jumping around trying to keep warm?
Obviously, the Second Amendment, no control of our ranges, government control, and no red flag laws. Support your Second Amendment.
Agree with you 100%.
That's good. See my joke side?
I don't know if I got that side.
Good afternoon, everyone. We have a proclamation over here.
Yeah, no, I kept catching the other side of your side. I missed that completely. Thank you.
Second Amendment rights in Alaska. And if you can please come and sign this, it's meaningful. So thank you very much and have a great day. What a great showing!
Woo!
Right there on Eagle Food. Like across the street on Junior Street. Don't recall it.
I recognize another face from a video from earlier today. Woo! If you got 3 minutes of time, you're in the Palmer area, come on down to the Matsu Borough and come sign the petition. Come on down and protect our Second Amendment rights. Don't forget to share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't share. Anybody want to talk to the camera? You do? I'll let you talk to the camera. Oh, I'm been live since the moment I got here. Sure, voter registration up to date.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Well, yeah, we have very low turnout here in Alaska for
elections, and especially on issues like this that we are fighting today, Second Amendment rights. There is House Bill 62 right now is going through the legislature, and what this is going to lead to is a red flag law in Alaska. If you do not know what red flag laws is, Google it and look it up. It's like wildfire going through the country, and there's 3 Democratic legislators that have put this bill forward. They're going to fight this bill, but when we need people to show up. We need them to have boots on the ground. We need to show up. We need them to show up and vote. Voting in Alaska is simple. They have made it easy. Go to elections.alaska.gov. Get registered. Check your registration. If you've moved since you've last voted, you need to go out and you need to update your registration. Literally, it takes 1 minute. I did this 3 days ago. I had to update my registration. It took 1 minute to do this. After you do that, you need to vote. Alaska has made it easy to vote. You can vote in person on election day. You can vote in advance of the election, and you can vote absentee. You need boots on the ground. The other side does this very well, and so we need to take this from your playbook. We need to show up. We need to vote and get registered. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And that was House Bill 62?
House Bill 62. If you want to just Google HB 62 Alaska, it's in the 31st legislature. It's been forwarded to the judiciary. We are going to get information out to people, and we're going to need boots on the ground for this, and we're going to need people to show up to fight this. If you want your Second Amendment rights, you've got to show up.
How you doing, Scott?
So please show up.
Good.
Pay attention.
Thank you. All right, everybody, you heard that House Bill 62. If you're like me, you got a cell phone, you're set up on the state system to be able to get text messages every time this bill goes onto a legislative floor or they make any changes. I will make sure that I'm adding that one onto mine so I get notifications. Don't forget to share. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'm not going to be here. No, I can't. I can't talk.
And you've got a little concern.
That's why I like to stand. Get up there.
It's called full.
Anybody like to talk to the camera? No?
I got through all that.
They'll go for a month, then they'll come back. I know we will.
Oh, yeah. Real. Oh, yeah.
I gotta go pick up my daughter. I'm gonna bring my daughter here as soon as she's out of school. Right?
Oh, yeah. Converting voters. They import enough voters, and they basically breed enough new voters, meaning the young students.
Want to talk?
We're talking about why you should.
Good, how you doing?
Again, if you're in Palmer or you're going to be near the area, come on out to the Matsu Borough. We've got the Second Amendment right rally going on here, protecting us from red flag laws. You heard just a little while ago about HB 62, House Bill 62. That's them trying to set up the first stages to getting those red flag laws set up here in Alaska. If you're like me, I get the text messages. I'll be adding HB 62 onto my text messages. Now that I like. You're reloaders. You guys want to talk to the camera? I'm live streaming live right now, and say whatever you want. I'm just here to be my normal, get the message out to the people type person. So.
You know, it's like this ordinance that kind of directly affects me. I host rendezvous, in other words, people who black powder historical reenactments. I've had some of the preppers at home, which is like, I was a Boy Scout, so I must have been a prepper. Be prepared for the opposite. And So, but I have a 50-acre place on the lower field where we set this up. I've been doing it for almost 30 years now. And it's like, this, I agree, if it was within city limits, Palmer, Wasilla, a city, and its ordinances or subdivision where they have covenants, that's understandable, and, you know, but borough-wide, District 7 is bigger than Rhode Island and part of Connecticut, you know, and it makes no sense. And there's infringement, and it just opens the door to where.
This ordinance, if this passes, that means they could go to someplace like McLaren River, in the middle of nowhere.
They could walk to
and go up and tell the guy, you two guys out here with some targets, you can't do that. We're going to find you. And you're like 50 miles from the nearest
civilization.
You know, the Matsu more than 100 people living in the area.
Yeah, well, the Matsu Borough only has 3 rifles. Upper Susitna, Matsu, I don't know the other one is, but so our population, how widespread we are. No, this is more the disease that's sneaking up the northwest. San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, Anchorage, here. This is it, same thought.
Well, I hate to cut you guys off, but the main show's going on now. Come join.
Endeavor to persevere. I don't know what he's yelling.
This could have been stopped 10 months ago when I made a phone call. We were outvoted by 7 votes. 7 more people would have showed up. This would have never gone to community council. So 7 more people, that's not much. Look how many we have right now. And the key is, go to your work, go to your business, go to your church, go to wherever you go after this. Say, hey, did you know about this? Why were you not there? No, I'm not saying be rude, but just put people accountable. We want to hold all these people accountable that work here, or that are assuming that we're going to hold them accountable, but we have to be accountable ourselves. We have to have personal accountability and personal responsibility, because one vote, one voice, one 8-minute video of me standing behind my computer fed up turned into this. I have thousands and thousands and thousands of views on my videos, guys. You guys are the reason for that. You're sharing this. We are being heard. I've had people, I have a senator from Virginia call me, some nobody in Palmer, Alaska. I had one from Texas call me. I have representatives from other organizations tracking me down, calling me. And who am I? I made one video. I was sick of it, fed up. What can I do to make a change? Now, the key is, it can't be just today. Yeah, it feels good now. It feels good. We have all the support of great people who are still patriots on our side, who are telling us, don't let it die. We have a momentum. We have momentum from Virginia. People are realizing we've been asleep too long. We've been asleep far too long. And our complacency and our laziness are the reason we're in this mess right now. Now it's time to wake up, lubricate the joints, move around, knock the rust off, and get to work. This country was made off of work. It was made off of patriots and just uniting. 3%. 3% is all it took to make this beautiful country what it is. Right now, yeah, we keep it going up, but 3% of this borough area, that affects change. That is what is going to make a difference. That is what's going to keep our elected officials who are on our side, who are accountable, who are doing what we ask them in good faith by donating and voting them in. That's what will keep them there. And that's what's also going to scare those who are the ones that are fake. Those are the ones who take special interest money. Those who don't listen to you and say they'll call you back and they don't. That's what's going to make them fearful of you. That is the one and only thing, is losing their job that will get them to listen. Because they don't give a damn. They're lying in their pockets. How many people have gotten rich from being in politics? I've never seen someone go broke by going in politics. Oh, thanks. Now my voice can actually like not die. It's like, you guys, this is such a simple thing I started that I would love for you guys to continue and pull yourselves up. Come by the store or contact me through the Facebook page, 907 Freedom. Friend me, follow me. I'm passing things up. Give me suggestions. Tell me what I'm missing. I can't do it all. I need you too, as much as you need me. Are we good? There we go. Now you can hear me. I need you too. We need to keep these chains of communication open. So like I said before, people have been here longer with frozen toes and frozen hands. You've heard this from me before. But look to your right. How you doing? What's your name? What's your phone number? We're obviously like-minded patrons. I need to know if I have a problem. I'll text you and say, hey, by the way, the Borough Assembly's trying to pass something else on us now. Oh, really? Now I'm going to tell 3 more people. And those 3 people are going to tell 12 people. And those 12 people are going to tell 50 people. And we will affect change. And we will be blinded by this stuff. And they won't sneak stuff in. And we won't be just uneducated to what matters in our area. This is our area. This is our land. This is our community. It's up to us. But I need all of you. I need your voices. I got about 10 minutes left of this and I'm done. And some gloves.
I got a grill.
Hey, you got more good chow down here? If you haven't signed up for the raffles yet, free raffles, we got great prizes. We want you guys to know we're going to do whatever we can to help you. If you're cold, we already have clearance. You can go inside the building, warm up a little bit. If you do so, they say we can take guns in there. Don't brandish them. Don't do anything goofy with them. Get your feet warmed up. Get your hands warmed up. There's bathrooms inside there as well. Get yourself squared away. Come back out. If everyone's feeling up to it, and we're going to get more numbers as we go, after 5 o'clock when all these people go home, we're walking down Main Street because it's kind of off the beaten path. People aren't seeing us here unless they're coming to the borough. At 5 o'clock, what happens up here? Traffic. People are driving home from work. They're going to see hundreds of patriots together with our signs, with our flags, with what we're doing, and they're going to ask why. They're going to ask, why are we here? What are we doing? And that spreads the word. They may not agree with us, and that is their God-given right, but at least they know we are mobilizing, we will be heard. Thanks, guys. You guys did something great. I'm loud, brother. There's no muffler on me. I'm a straight pipe.
Thank you. You too.
Everybody, there's a proclamation to preserve Second Amendment rights in Alaska, and we have signature pages over on the other side of the tent at the table. If everybody could sign it, it's down here. Burn roof rights, so for the people, and putting it together.
If you're just joining us, don't forget to share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't share. We're at the Matsu Borough for the Second Amendment Rights Rally, here to protect our rights. They have a bill going through called HB 62. That in the end result is going to take our rights away. I'm going to go step inside for just a second and see if I can figure out if my fingers still work.
What's that?
I want to participate.
Oh, it is definitely a cold day outside. If you show up today, bring your gloves, wear a warm hat. Definitely come on down, sign the petition. We need to stop HB 62 from getting passed down in legislation in Juneau. This will open the door for all the red flag laws that will end up taking our Second Amendment right away here in Alaska, and we could become the next Virginia. Don't forget to share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't. Please. It's the little things. Well, and I understand the cold thing. That's why I'm in here. So everybody out there in Facebook land, do not forget to share. If you're in the Matsu Valley and you're in the Palmer area, we are at the Matsu Borough right now, protecting our Second Amendment rights here in Alaska. Alaska legislators are currently pushing a bill called HB 63 through legislation right now that is the beginning steps of opening up the door for all the red flag laws. If you don't know what red flag laws are, Google it. It will scare the crap out of you if you believe in the Second Amendment and our constitutional rights. Listening to the folks out there, they're going to be planning on being here probably well past 5 o'clock. We've got several well-known legislators that I've seen here today. Senator Shower was here just a little while ago. I just saw Holly from the rally that we were just at earlier today for the voter machines and demanding accountability for fair and free elections. We had Kevin McCabe was here earlier. I think he still is. We have Stephen Wright. We have Mr. Holland, who is running for Senator Kathy Giesel's seat in Anchorage. Remember that last name, Holland. He is the replacement for the biggest rhino we've got sitting inside the Senate. Oh, thank you for all the likes out there. Keep them coming. They're currently trying to restrict gun ranges and everything else out here in the valley. And this is not just for the ranges. This will also affect every property owner within the Matsu Valley. As they were saying earlier, we're larger than Rhode Island is in just our district out here. You could be living in Susitna, 50 miles away from the closest person, and they could show up on your doorstep because you got a target range set up on your property to keep your guns sighted in to go hunting for the season. Yep, if you live in the valley, we've got people that are traveled from all over the state that are here from today. I know people that came in from Homer, Kenai. I've heard folks that are here from Fairbanks at the moment. Tons of people came out from Anchorage. And I guarantee you the other 90% of the crowd that is sitting out here is the Matsu Valley. Come on down. They've got hot food out here. They got something to drink if you need it, some water. If you're cold, the borough has opened up the inside of the building to allow us in here to be warm. Don't hesitate to bring your guns with you. Remember gun safety, safety locks if you got them, just to be extra precautious. Do not brandish your weapons. Be gun smart. We've got a very peaceful crowd down here. It is amazing. I am shocked to see so many people showing up protecting our Second Amendment rights here today. Shows you what Alaskans are truly made of. Exactly, the borough building is our building. Since I can't see if people are sharing this, hopefully you are. If you are on other people's pages, share it to their pages. Alaskans need to see this firsthand. As soon as I warm back up, I'll head back out, see if I can get some more interviews today. We got to hear from Senator Mike Shower. We got to hear from Kevin McKay. We got to hear from Mr. Holland out there, Mr. Wright. They're all running for positions in our legislature this year. They all stand for a full PFD, statutory PFD. They're sick and tired of the theft out there. Senator Shower has thrown the gauntlet into the face of the Senate Majority Leader Giesel and is no longer playing Mr. Nice Guy. He said enough is enough. They've stripped him of everything he has down there, stripped him of our voice. 120,000 of us have now been silenced in Juneau. I took the day off from work today so that I could be down here. Yes, this is not a full-time job for me, not yet. Those of you that are here today, I thank you for tuning in. This will be the second time I'm going to let this announcement slip. I have gone public this month with my page. I'm now an official media company within the state of Alaska. We have a website that will be coming out here real soon. We are looking to be able to come out and do this full time, start showing up to all borough assembly meetings, Anchorage assembly meetings. We want to be able to have people going throughout the state of Alaska. It looks like something's going on outside. I'm going to head on back out now. It's on Facebook. I'm Politarichard to the publicly correct, or most people know me as Politidick.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Well, it looks like I just missed the Pledge of Allegiance. But I'm warm again, so we're back in good shape.
So when you hear about it?
Yes, get in, please.
Don't forget to share. We're out here at the gun rally in Palmer, protecting our Second Amendment rights.
No, they've been talking about those bathrooms in the main entrance over there where you can get warm and all that.
All right, Mark, we'll see you here real soon.
I think they said something about they
Track me down. You can come talk to the camera.
unless it's changed over the last several years. I used to always, I work on the slope side. I'd stop by here and go down to
But I think the resolution should stop this.
Come on down. They've got hot dogs, hamburgers. Bring your gloves, bring your hat. It is definitely chilly out here today. I'm kicking myself for leaving my gloves sitting on the desk at the house before walking out the door. Normally I'm smart enough to throw them into the truck before I head out the door. I hauled in a whole bunch of firewood instead. Took them off to do a couple other things and forgot to re-grab them again.
I put my coat on because the ride was waiting on me, and I rushed out the door and left them laying in the Arctic entry.
I'll have a burger.
We're still working on getting the coffee hot for you guys. It's going. It's just fighting the cold right now. We do have water. We got some bottled water up here. If your throat's dry, come on, get some water. As soon as we get this coffee hot enough to drink, we'll let you guys know.
Exactly.
Well, just like one of my cousins, I kept telling her, if you don't make the kid, if you keep doing everything for them, put words in their mouth, they'll keep doing it. Don't you do it.
No choice.
I'm going to be 64.
It is. Want to talk to the camera?
No, those people in Virginia have already been on this one.
Anybody stand 60 you heard about the governor of West Virginia, the counties in Virginia? You know what?
Jesse, you want to talk to the camera? You did it a little bit earlier.
I think our ethics rules prohibit me from speaking against the resolution or talking I can't say that I am introducing the resolution on the 18th meeting. Basically,
So February 18th, you've got a bill that's going to hopefully reverse what they have out there right now.
What am I signing?
Okay. Well, you know, we out here, I definitely appreciate that. Thank you.
To the borough, we have paper and pens up here. It says you're write it down. They have to look at it. Let them know how you feel. We got paper and pens up here at the raffle booth. And sent them.
We're going to hold you to your contract. If you not, then we're going to have a different conversation. Because if you don't uphold this, you're going to be looking at this.
Don't forget to share. If you're just coming on right now, we're at the Matsu Borough in Palmer, Alaska, protecting our Second Amendment rights. Alaska's legislators got a bill called HB 62. If they get that to pass, basically that is the first step to instigating red flag laws here in Alaska. We're here today in the Matsu Valley because they are trying to take away certain parts of our gun rights to be able to shoot our guns and target practice on our own properties. I could understand maybe if this was just a city issue within city lines, like the city lines of Palmer where there's a lot of people. Certain restrictions doesn't sound that bad. But if you lived in a place like Susitna, if you live in a place like Susitna, which is 50 miles outside of any civilization or more, you couldn't shoot it on your own property even though your closest neighbor was 50 miles away. All it would take is one complaint. They would show up and hand you a fine.
I did that down the Western State.
Exactly, Mike. February 18th. Or thank you, Jesse, for answering his question.
Do this and do this, and this is where you get this information.
Yep.
If you're just joining us now, don't forget to share. Yes, Stephen Wright, earlier in the video, I had a one-on-one talk with him, Kevin McCabe, Holland, all the potential candidates for the 2020 election coming up. Senator Mike Shower was on a little earlier. We just caught Jesse. We got his 2 cents about the bill that he's Resolution 18 to completely reverse what the borough is trying to do right now. This will be on February 18th. Alaska's legislators have got House Bill 62 that they're trying to pass. Just the first steps to instigating red flag laws here in Alaska. This needs to be put a stop to. If you show up on out here today, please remember to bring stocking caps. Bring your gloves, wear warm gear. It is just a bit on the chilly side. Just a hair, yes. I'm surviving. I forgot my gloves, so.
I got mine in the truck. I figured it's not that bad. I don't need it.
Burrow's right there. It's a good place to warm up.
It's Alaska. We walk around.
It may have no traction, but HB 62 is still there. It has not been thrown away. I've got legislators and stuff all speaking up here on the page here or whatnot. They're all chiming in on the different things that have been said today. We had Senator Shower on earlier. We had Kevin McCabe on earlier. We had Mr. Holland on earlier. We had Stephen Wright on earlier. We just got Jesse on record about a resolution he's filing on February 18th to reverse this that is going on out here in the valley. We have the rhino hunters are here today. Santa has made a special visit. Hey, Santa.
Hey, I just flew up here from Juneau, and I was going to bring some coal up here for these people who are trying to push us through about no gun ranges and everything else.
but I had to dump the whole load down there in Juneau with Von Imhoff and Kathy Giesel and all these other people are creating all kinds of problems for us. So anyhow, I was going to hand out the coal up here, but I'm fresh out. But hey, I'm here for the Second Amendment. You betcha, all the way.
Well, did you hear the news?
Give me the news.
February 18th here in the Matsu Borough, they're going to have another assembly meeting. Jesse is planning on entering a resolution to reverse this BS they're trying to do out here.
All right.
And with this type of a crowd that we have here today, hopefully we can get everybody out there to that borough meeting.
February the 18th?
February the 18th.
It's going to be right here at the government building here in Palmer.
Correct. Yes.
Hey, show up.
I mean, if we got this many, we have this many people showing up today just to protect our rights. I can't wait to see what the February 18th meeting is going to look like.
Good deal. You betcha. Got that there? And Second Amendment, you betcha. Go for it, dudes. You betcha, all the way.
And let's vote those rhinos out in Juneau. Ah.
I want to take my...
I got it.
All right. Thumbs up, dudes. We're in there. Hey, sugar.
Well, thank you, Santa.
Oh, we took a dog, yeah. Oh, I love that flag. I love that flag. That's right. That's right.
Take you guys a picture, Santa.
How about that? I tell you, what a deal.
I've always liked what one guy said years ago. He said,
my nation I love, it's my government I fear. You betcha. That's right. Yeah, you've been a good girl, haven't you? Yeah, I thought so. Too good. Yeah, you got a little bit of camo on here. Huh? I flew in here from Juneau. Yeah. I had to drop off a load of coal down there. That's right. I've done a lot of naughty people down there. You gotta get folks to stand out here in the cold.
Thank you so much.
They're out over there on the other side of the trees.
Well, you
all these cars making them nervous.
You tell Santa what you did?
What did you do? You did what?
He cut my shoelaces.
You cut his.
Oh.
Told me a monster did it.
Oh no, was it a monster? Was it the Cookie Monster? Was that who did that? Huh? I think you were a little extra tickle daddy. Where was the Cookie Monster? Oh no. I tell you, the other thing is too, I think sometimes I had to take the switches for them. That's what I had to do. They did some naughty things. I had to take a bundle of switches for them. So you better tell Daddy you love him. I can tell he's a soft one. So just snuggle up to him and tell him I love you, Daddy. So he'll say, oh, that's okay, darling. I know. But Kathy Giesel was a different situation.
It's not funny though, is it?
Not funny.
I don't think you got enough bags of coals for that one.
I already had to dump the whole truckload down there. There weren't any enough bags, I tell you for sure. Oh, I tell you. Well, you're a cutie for sure. We've got another guy who wants to take a picture. Well, I'll turn her back to you.
We're at the Matsu Borough right now. We are here protecting our Second Amendment rights. Don't forget to share.
Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay.
Come on down, Mike. Find somebody that's desperate for a fare and come on down. Somebody that you know wants to come down here and bring you along.
Girls and everything else, they all get excited here. And then we'll find another person.
We had this crazy guy down
It's funny if you're ever paying attention out there. A certain group of people always seem to hide in that one little cubby hole over there. So I'm going to go bust the group up and see how many of them are willing to go on record. Oh, I'm good at inserting myself.
No, this is my sign. I didn't have any cardboard, so I brought this for my sign.
Hello. Anybody want to talk to the camera?
Nope, they're getting ready to do the drawing. I want to hear if I won.
Oh.
Get it back. That'll be happy. We don't have to adjust the down to 0. You got all the people on this.
The 1400 one? I think so. They're talking about it in the session, but right now I don't think the legislature's putting it forward. Yeah, the government.
All right, I need some tiny little non-biased fingers to come up here and draw for me. All right, perfect. So this drawing is going to be for an Aero Precision AR-15 lower donated by North Fork Supply. Unfortunately, you got to be 18 to win this one. A custom holster donated by Dynamic Defense Solutions, and a magazine donated by Alaskan Republican Assembly.
This is my mom, Jan. Hi,
Deborah Hollins.
Oh, hi.
Deborah, come on up. Got it.
See the lady with the Tambo sign?
Yes.
She knows. She's got it all down exactly what the ordinance was, why they're upset, the shooting, the decibels, all that kind of stuff. She'd be worth get her to spew her thing on that.
You know anybody that might want to sit with this for a minute or two? I've got Yeah, I just need to run to the truck really quick.
Yeah?
I'll be
freezing?
back. I am. Just don't touch anything on the screen.
So tell me exactly what you just said about the decibels and the shooting range.
Canva sponsored the Matsu Borough Outdoor Shooting Facility Ordinance, and in that ordinance they have the decibels at 75, the vacuum cleaner is 88 decibels, OSHA standards is 90 decibels, a pistol is 150 decibels, and a shotgun is 160 decibels. That means a future range will not exist because they would not be able to be within the 75 decibels. And also, what is wrong with the outdoor shooting facility ordinance is it will put a financial burden on nonprofits because they're included in the outdoor shooting ordinance.
Perfect.
And Tamba is up for re-election in 2021, and she sponsored the ordinance.
Perfect. Thanks. Santa.
Yo!
This is
Merry Christmas.
This is
I'm
Bert's.
just a little late this year.
But you're here why? Because you're making the naughty and nice list?
I've already got it. We're only 1 month into 2020, and I've already got a naughty list down at Juneau that just won't quit. It's just unbelievable. I just flew up from down there from Juneau, and I was going to bring some coal up here to the assembly down in the Matsu, but I had to drop the whole load down there, and I didn't even bring any more because I've used it all down there. That's the situation. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm glad to see all these people. There's a lot of people here. And I understand that, February the 18th, they're going to have another meeting on this where they're going to deal with this, and we're going to basically vote this whole thing down and let them know, hey, heads are going to roll.
if they're going to try and push this garbage. A nice way of putting what my reindeer do sometimes when they do a little flying over. Yeah, that's the situation. We got to make sure that we're taking care of this.
Awesome.
Take care.
All right, thanks.
Hey, and I think McCabe's running for District 8, and man, he's the man. He's the one. He's one of these big bird guys. He likes to fly too, and he's solid all the way. McCabe is the name. Do it, fellas.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Anna.
Bye-bye.
I'm holding Bert's camera. Holy cow, look at that coat. Nice, I like that flag.
Got the big one off the wall.
Nice.
So I can't take the Scottish flag to
Beautiful. I believe it. That looks warm. You should give that to Dee. She looks cold.
What about the one up there by Willow? That one's still there all the time.
Car coming. Definition now, Borough. And that's the right. Oh, that's a great one. I like that one. Get that one for sure. That's super.
That's beautiful.
I like that.
What's the other one say?
Good job.
Range times family time. Perfect.
Great. All I see is homemade signs.
Perfect.
No California or Alaska.
I'm Kevin McCabe. I'm running for District 8. So I'm just holding the camera for Polita. Yeah, so. Perfect. Well, she's an assemblyman. I'm actually running for the state house. So District 8 for the state house is Big Red Region. But I thought your description was
I knew we could do that.
Huh? Yeah, so.
I knew we could do that. All right. Good deal. Man needs some money, man.
I think, but not too sure.
I am. I'm a little late, right?
What do you want to look at that?
You're going to give me a burger. I'm hungry.
Me? I was.
So what you got?
Contract.
Hey, Kevin. What are we looking at? Right here. Go ahead. Just talk. I'll give you the camera right there.
Right here, well, we my husband's son.
A little louder.
Came from Illinois.
Just for this?
Yeah.
Really cool. Nice.
It's a big deal. You know, they're socialists, which anyone that's served in any type of
Good afternoon, red-blooded Alaskans. If you haven't signed the proclamation to preserve Second Amendment rights in Alaska, please do so over here at this table to the right
Beautiful.
of the tent. Thank you.
I like
and
that.
Have a great
And
day.
I'm glad you brought your son. We need more young kids involved in politics.
Poor child. His mom is, I'm Ruth Jones.
Come on over here. Come
I'm
over here.
Kevin Case.
Get your picture.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, get your face on there. This is
What's
one of
your
the young
name?
lads.
Ian, nice to meet you. I'm Kevin. Yep. Nice.
That's all right. Good job, buddy.
Daddy's military.
Pete.
Dad's military.
Good to see you. It's time to go back
Wow. Pretty well preserved for 87. Yeah, I can relate. He already talked to the birds. Did I give you one of my new cards?
Hi.
Yeah, we had a little get together. In a couple of weeks. Rock got us 3 votes yesterday, day before yesterday. He didn't vote. It's right to life. Yeah, I think so. I don't know why he walked out.
Oh, we know how well she listens. You're like, she's right there.
The thing that you want to do is all these NRA guys should vote, and I'm sure that they don't all vote.
So there's 3 things to sign here. This yellow paper is going with Luke to the assembly.
So you're recording, huh?
Doing it for Bert.
The second
He had to go to his truck.
signature
Clothes on or something.
here is for us to
Guys, I saw your wife
contact
at,
you back. And
Republican women
it's
there
for
about
your
that.
personal
Yeah,
information,
she said
so we
that.
can get a hold of you and
Well, good
give you
luck.
an update, so we can keep connected, and we can keep this effort going, and we can take our state back. Thank you.
We're that close. We're one vote from being able to lose our nation. One vote. Because this thing would have gone on until May or June.
This isn't, I'm just actually holding this for a guy named Politidick on Facebook, so it's a Facebook Live deal for him.
Right.
He just went to his truck to get
I was just
one of
wondering what
those.
the name of it was.
Politidick, yeah, just look up Politidick, and it'll be archived there, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Great. I just got it.
Yeah.
Made this get the correct spelling. Great, thank you.
The vote. We have the vote. If we can get the information of knowing what's going on.
Well, I spread about this 2 ways.
I got some really good interviews for you, buddy.
Awesome, thank you.
I didn't think I would need it today. I got Loy, I got her, I got the lady with the tan bow sign.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Mike Whitney, we miss you, buddy.
It's good enough to drink. So,
You were trying to avert
Huh? Yeah, and I'm no longer parked at the end of the ball field. I made it into the actual parking lot.
And it took him a day or so to catch it because that's just
Now I'm almost holding out my window up above my head, and I can warm up at the same time.
It's winter time, so the majority of them aren't here.
Eastman completely disappears. He's still hiding out here. So I've been trying to get him, but he keeps being with people that don't want to go on record.
When I was living in North Carolina and when I was living in Alaska.
Right, where are these lightweight ones? Because they're cute.
Every 6 months I take the wife and the daughter.
And leggings.
This is great here, isn't it?
It is. It is. I'm just amazed at how many people have shown up today, and if we can start getting this to happen on a very regular basis,
Then we have a chance.
we do. This is what you call Alaskans getting together and actually standing up for their rights, saying this is what needs to be happening if we want to save our PFD. This isn't just for our Second Amendment rights. We've got lots of reasons why we should be gathering together as conservatives. There's many different views out there. We've got rhinos running our legislation in Juneau. Our Valley Voices have been completely kicked out of the majority.
Burned me at the stake because I was calling the Pope and the King on their bullshit. That's why they burned us left-handers.
Talk you into talking to the camera for a minute?
Crazy ones.
How are you doing today, David? So, the one main question we always stupidly ask, like we don't know, what brings you out here today? He did.
I think it was his first video right after he put it out. So I really want to learn about the politics. And I had a nice long chat about lots of stuff.
Well, I've been hearing this rumor that HB 62 is either, it's been kind of like floored and never really going anyplace, but still exists there in Juneau.
This guy right here.
Well, it has to do with who's on the House.
It's a
I'm on the committee.
like he's like
But I'll say it for you that by the caucus out there that has been formed, yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's the one lot of struggle with politics so far, and they don't like speak about their crowds. That's the one thing on that. It's not that I'm afraid of it, I just don't like it. I don't like things.
We can keep it out of legislation this year, do you think? Well, no, November's coming. It's so close we can all taste it.
Don't tempt me. I gotta live the next however long.
Well, we know you will be there for a while longer. I know that you got your hat back into the ring for this year, so you'll be definitely one to be voting for while we're out there. And I've definitely been pushing around the circles out here today. It is so nice to see so many conservative faces, brand new candidates that are filing for either going for different seats. We got Holland out there that is going for Kathy Giesel seat. Yes. Kevin McCabe is out here today. Not too sure who Stephen Wright is running up against out there, but I know he's jumped it through his hat in. David Russell?
David Wilson.
Oh, David Wilson. Ah, okay. And speak of the devil, there he is. So anything else you'd like to say? I know you were at the for free elections, fair and free elections that we were at earlier today. It was good to see you and hear your voice while we were there. Yeah. This is if we can get people like this to continue to keep showing up at these different kind of events, we might actually take our state back.
The showing up sometimes the easiest part.
Yes.
Harlan got the note straight out. Going out. Anyway, you're the only one doing it.
I understand that struggle. I mean, people that are beginning to know who I am well enough know that I volunteer all of my time. I don't get paid for anything that I've been doing. I'm changing that, though. I did go public this month. I am a legitimate media company here in the state of Alaska as of this month. This is only the second time I publicly have announced it out loud. The last time I was sitting in Seattle having my first vacation in over 30 years with my family spending Christmas. So it was a real adventure there. But yeah, no, I'm going to become the alt media that will be live streaming everything I can possibly show up to. And then hopefully get a lot of people out there that will start donating and making sure that I can afford to be at everything that I want to do. That is my intention.
Our favorite legislature in the valley.
He is. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
So they gave me hand warmers, so I guess my hands would keep cold when I was shaking.
Well, I ended up passing off my camera gear to Kevin a little while ago, and he says, go warm up. And I said, all right, I'll go do that. And I come back, he says, well, I've got this person, and this person all interviewed for you, so they're out of the way. And he was like, hey, this is kind of good. All right, I can do that more often. Yes.
One of the foreigners had so much power. I interviewed Roger over there, right? Roger Holland running against. Yeah. With me.
I keep making my circles. Good talk to you, David. David Eastman, running for the Valley District. I believe he's out in the Talkeetna area and surrounding. He is our representative out here in the Valley. If you are in his district, I know who I would be voting for. I see lots of new faces showing up here on Facebook. Do not forget to share. We are sitting in the Matsu Borough right now at the Borough building in Palmer, Alaska. Or who?
Luke.
Well, I have no idea.
The man's doing a great impression of Eric the Red.
I saw you found the Rhino Safari Slam at Santa.
Yes.
Dan was there.
Yeah, he has been making his rounds now. All right, I'm going to keep on moving right along to see if we can find someone else that would like to sit in front of the camera for just a bit. Don't forget to share. Facebook squeals on you if you don't share. We are live at the Matsu Borough at the gun rally to protect our Second Amendment rights. They are trying to take them away out here and restricting them for the entire Matsu. You can live 100 miles from your closest neighbor, and if you shoot a gun at a target on your property, they could come out and find you if this bill passes. If you're in Palmer or plan on being in the area today, they're going to be here till 5 o'clock tonight or longer. Come on down. They've got good food, hot dogs, hamburgers. Hot coffee just came up. That took forever in this temperatures. Do not forget to bring your hand warmers, your gloves, your stocking caps. It is definitely a day to keep warm. We just got done interviewing David Eastman over there. He's out here. He was protecting our rights for our Second Amendment. He was let known about this event by the person that's hosting it here today. Yes, he is, Mike. He is our Second Amendment defender. David Eastman's doing a good job out here today. Senator Shower gave a no-holds-bar interview earlier.
Just, yeah, and it's not like they got it 60 degrees.
Checking it. Work on that to get it running again. Firebirds? Oh, awesome.
Hey, I think this is the shortest I have seen the line so far today. I am going to actually slip in. I'm going to grab myself something from this. Awesome. This is the amazing grill that they got going on here. Don't forget to share. It is a chilly day. Definitely bring your warm clothes with you. I'm gonna hold you guys all over my shoulder here while I set myself up. Let you keep seeing the action. Man, I don't know what's worse, getting my fingers to work or getting everything else around me to move too.
I heard that.
Set you guys down here for a second. I'm going to make up my hamburger bun. Uh-oh. Oh, it is a nice warm day out here today. Definitely come out with your gear on. I'm doing good. I have been smelling this ever since I got here, which was a couple hours ago. It is definitely time to enjoy. And you have been holding up pretty good out here, I'll tell you what. I don't think I've seen you leave your spot once today.
I stepped away for about 5 minutes. Just so I can have a burger.
Go step away, I got it.
You good?
Well, thank you so much.
Hot dog or hamburger, just grab a bun. That's only in the natural territory. So grab a bun.
Oh, nice hot hamburger there. Warm the belly back up again.
I gotta duck out time to look at my...
Yeah, again, if you're just joining us, don't forget to share. We're at the Matsu Borough in Palmer, Alaska. Here protecting our Second Amendment rights. We've had a couple hundred people here. We have some left. We've got even more coming. If you are in the area, come on down. Bring your warm winter gear. It is a bit on the chilly side.
We were cutting wood one of those 4 days. Yeah. But yes,
Can you do a section at a time? With that? When I get up there, I would like to be able to just do a piece of it so that you can send me just that piece. You've been running this thing for hours. Yeah.
I'm still running. Yes, you are live right now.
Holly, let's get people started, and I told Luke I want to talk. I would like to have that as just because you can turn it off and then turn it on and get a section of it just for me.
Well, I can cut you one out later.
Yeah, or however you do it. that is all alien stuff to me, ones and zeros and zeros. I just do not get along with them.
I just say, start here, end there, cut it out. And if that doesn't work, I just yell at my kids, say, come on over, help me out.
I can show you my cell phone from a woman in Baja, California, who periodically, her phone, she's in the middle of a business call, calls me. But I couldn't talk to her. She could hear me, but I couldn't hear her. This went on for a while until we finally hooked up, and it's really strange. Hey, Holly, if you want me to, I can go first. It don't matter.
Okay, because instead of talking, I still have I don't
GAO? I'm kind of surprised. I'm running around eating hamburgers.
Yeah, wait.
Well, he's can't do everything. So.
True.
Yeah, I will go. I already sent him.
Yeah, but it's nice to know. So I have to ask you, are you, I'm Ruth Jones.
Hi!
Hi.
I recognize your name.
I figured you would.
I'm politic on good days.
Yeah, I just got you and put you on mine.
Oh, we found wherever everybody that's starting to migrate into.
I was sitting there last Wednesday, I thought, I just feel
I have froze hours ago. I come back in to get my, I think this is my third warm-up. I have no idea. It doesn't talk to me other than it doesn't want to zoom when I touch it. And I think that's because my fingers are so cold, it doesn't even acknowledge their fingers anymore. Yeah, no, this is, I've been here just since shortly after it started. I was live streaming another event just before this that was for fair and free elections here in the Valley and statewide. It was for Prosperity of America down on Palmer-Wasilla Highway there. And they're sending a request to the governor to sign an executive order that will help give us some more fair and free elections in the future. If a candidate, let's say, wants a recount, he'll be able to demand a recount. He won't be able to be told by the board or something like that. No, it's not. It's my discretion on whether I want to do it or not. I just don't want to do it. This is going to eliminate any of those questionable things that have happened in the past. Especially like last year's election, one of our major majority seats was lost by one vote. So that, yeah. I said perfect, because then I could put. And then to have an election that's went on in Susitna here just recently for the mayor, the special runoff or special election that they had to have. And only 279 people in the entire area that's voting for the mayor decided to show up and vote that day. I could have went around with my cat and campaign, handed out everybody business cards, and probably won that race by the end of the day. The one there in Susitna, I think it was. Oh yeah, April for the April.
But anyway, he couldn't tell the difference between the twins like that.
Yep, I only had one thing on my ballot where I was out.
We didn't have anything.
And we didn't even, and there wasn't even a choice. It was the only thing that was on there. It's like, well, okay, we're voting for one name here. That was it. It was like, and it was one of those that it was a good one to show up for, but still it didn't do me any good. It was just. But that's what this was. Part of it was about today. Also, is the Valley just got $4 million in brand new election machines, and these are machines that are all over the internet showing these college students hacking these things in less than 5 minutes time, changing the votes and everything, and then when they go and this is what they want to have here. So they want to set up things where they live stream the entire ballot process from start to finish so that there is no chance of any sort of trickery going on. Someone was to go up to a machine, it's now been caught. Stuff like that. And then if there's any questions, there's paper ballot trail. No just electronic. There will always be an electronic or a paper ballot trail. No more questionable ballots being fixed by one person onto a brand new ballot, and that's what gets turned in. But then why we're here?
I remember when Sheffield was running for governor, and they voted and took all the votes from Wasilla and drove them to Palmer, and it was counted, and they lost Carlo.
Yes.
I remember that. And I thought, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah, it was just 3 or 4 years ago. Talkeetna had a whole bunch of problems going on there where the one of the ballot elective people that was, you're supposed to have somebody, a watcher from different sides, always there and present. Well, one of them got a hold of them, disappeared for several hours. Miraculously, the candidate that was super far behind now came out on top and won. Got Gabrielle Leduc's here, 2 years ago? No, that would have been, 2 years ago when she had that Hmong issue that came up, and that guy that came up here, and she goes ahead and wins with all those mail-in ballots after the fact, and the write-in candidate would have won.
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes on. It needs to be straightened out.
Yeah. Hi everybody there. If you're just starting to join us right now, do not forget to share. I'm just inside the Borough building trying to warm up just a little bit. It is a bit on the chilly side out there. I will be back outside here in just a few more minutes. We're here to protect our Second Amendment rights from the Matsu Borough trying to pass an ordinance for what they want to call a gun range. Unfortunately, that it's more encompassing than just that. It will take away the rights for pretty much everybody in the Matsu Valley. It doesn't matter where you are. If you have a 10-acre, 50-acre lot, you have lived 50 miles from your closest neighbor. If you were to set up a target onto your property for sighting in your gun to go moose hunting this next season or this season, someone could come there and hand you a big old fine for it. This is the reason why everybody has joined together here today. There is also another bill that's sitting in Juneau. It's called HB 62. That one, if it was ever to pass, the one that they got sitting in Juneau, that one is basically the beginning starters of red flag laws. And if you're not aware of what that is, Google it. I will just throw a case scenario out there. They start taking away our Second Amendment rights here, we could become Virginia in a blink of an eye.
Let's make this happen for the people of Alaska. We have another speaker coming in right now. He's going to talk a little bit more about our rights, our voting rights, and our rights as citizens of Alaska, correct? Outstanding. I'm going to go get some chow, guys. I'm not eating all day. I actually didn't eat last night. I threw up twice already this morning.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nick Brockett, and I'm not a politician. I am a citizen.
Yes.
Okay? I am a citizen of the United States of America and Alaska. Usually, they only let me talk for like 2 or 3 minutes. I don't have a time limit. So what I wanted to do was tell you a little story, and it's a story about myself, but I'm thinking a lot of people here will relate to it. In 1967, I raised my right hand, took a step forward and said, I swear an oath to uphold and protect the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I have to tell you, I swore an oath to something that I did not understand what I was swearing an oath to. All I knew about the Constitution was pretty much, I have a right to speak and carry a gun, okay? The reason I didn't know is because I was dumbed down in the school that I went to. My father had an 8th grade education, and he knew what the Bill of Rights was, he knew what the Constitution was, and the Declaration of Independence, but I didn't. Today, the kids know even less, and they're being indoctrinated in our schools. We know this. We understand that children need to be taught to read, to write, do enough math to run a business or a household, but they need to understand government because that's going to be in their life, the rest of their lives, and their children's lives. But that's not being taught. Okay? When I came home, I was like every other guy. Okay, I was having fun about a new car, yada, yada, yada. Ended up with a wife and a house and a dog and a mortgage. Then I had a business, and I would, in the daytime, listen to the radio, and this guy named Glenn Beck came on. He said I should read this book called The 5,000-Year Leap, and I did. And then 9/11 happened, okay? And then I realized that I did not understand the Constitution. So I read books, a lot of them. And I want to tell you a little bit about this. I'm going to get back to the Second Amendment in just a second. It's there for a reason, and the Constitution is elegant, but it was made for people to govern themselves. Now, if you can't understand it, then you can't use it to govern yourself. So it was not made for judges. It was not made for attorneys. It was not made for the elite. It wasn't made for anybody but everybody, so that every person can understand it. You don't have to be a Supreme Court judge to understand what it says in there. Every word in the Constitution was put there by people who I believe had divine intervention going for them. You cannot put 56 alpha males in a room and expect them to crank out anything without God's help, let me tell you that. So, when you start to understand it and start to read it, it all makes sense, every word in it. There was no such thing as the United States government, no federal government. Every state was an individual country. So Virginia could have its own documents for anything it wanted, its own money, whatever. It was the United States, each state being a country, came together and they delegated power to create the federal government. They did not give power to the federal government. The states delegated it. They used that word delegate because that's what it means. They can take it back. See? The government gets its power from the states.
Yeah.
That's just one example. I was at a little seminar with Chrisanne Hall, and she said, how many people here know the 5 things in the First Amendment? Okay? And I jumped up right away because I educated myself about this stuff. And there's this kid in high school, and he jumps up too because she was going to give us a CD, and she looked at him and gave it, But he rattled off the 5 things, and I'm not going to ask the people here if you know what the 5 things in the First Amendment are. Most people know what the first one is. Freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Okay? The reason you have to have the First Amendment and why it's the First Amendment is because the people who put it together realized for liberty to exist, there had to be freedom of speech so that ideas could be exchanged. The freedom of press is just being able to write it out and put it out to other people. You cannot have liberty without those two. But there's another one, okay? That's just as important, okay? Freedom of religion. So that's the third one, and that's another foundation of liberty. You cannot have liberty without those. And then they said there's another one too, okay? And we're exercising that right here today, and it's called freedom to assemble, so that we can get together. The government cannot tell you that you can only have 3 or 4 people in a group.
Yeah.
And then the last one, a lot of people don't get this one. We have the right to redress grievances to the government. That means that they cannot tell us that we can't tell them what to do. Because all power comes from the people to the government. So, that's why there are 5 things in the First Amendment. Because each one of them is important. And they couldn't figure out, should they have 5 different amendments with each one of those separate? Because they were all important. It had to be the First Amendment. So they put 5 of them in there. They knew that any one of those 5 is removed, liberty goes away. So they made the Second Amendment to guard the first one. But if you notice, the Second Amendment is really small, and it only has one thing in it: the right to keep and bear arms, because that was the teeth for the people to govern themselves. You cannot govern yourself if you can't protect yourself from a government that's going to try and take your rights away. That's why the Second Amendment only has one thing in it, because they knew how important it was. It had to have the importance to be standing alone by itself, to be able to protect the 5 things that are in the First Amendment. I educated myself on it. Okay? So now, right now, today, if I stand up here and I raise my right hand and I swear an oath to the Constitution to protect it from all enemies, foreign and domestic, I now am swearing that oath to something I understand that I did not understand in 1967. And let me tell you, folks, as God is my witness, I will not bend a knee. I will stand as a sovereign citizen. And they will not take our Second Amendment away. They're going to chip at it
They're going to take a chip here and a chip there. But you have to understand, if you let them chip it away, bit by bit, until it's gone, they will go after the 5 things in the First Amendment, and you won't be able to stop them. The only thing that stops them is each and every one of us saying no. We have the power to tell the government no, because all power emanates from the people. If you don't have it like that, there's no such thing as self-government. We're back to having a Caesar, okay, an emperor, a monarch,
dictatorship,
a Politburo. There's only 2 conditions humans exist under, okay? Liberty and control. And the only thing stands between us and the control is our Second Amendment that guards our First Amendment.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of your participation.
I was asked here to just give a little bit of a talk. I came up here from Juneau, and I was going to drop off. There have been a lot of naughty people down there, so I brought them an early Christmas present, and I was going to bring some of that present up here for the situation they're trying to pass upon us of the borough. But I had to leave the whole truckload of coal down there in Juneau, so I didn't have it on me to be able to bring up here. But yeah, we've got to stand up, guys. This is not a portion of playing games anymore. You look at what's happened nationally, across our whole entire nation. You know, these are socialists, and socialists are the very next step before communism. And if we don't stand up now, our nation is gone. And we're only talking about 1 or 2 votes before we had a circus going on in the Senate. I mean, that's how close we are. Just 1 or 2 votes away from losing our nation. I mean, wake up. We have got to participate. You have got to plug yourself in. You've got to participate. If you don't, you're just going to sit here, and once it's gone, it's going to be gone forever, because dictators don't just let you have it. Say, well, I don't like what you did, I'll just vote them out. No. When they're in, they're in. If you look, all you got to do is look at Pelosi and look at Giesel, what's been happening down there with her, down there in Juneau. I mean, she's out of control. And here she is, basically, our whole entire valley has been stripped of its representation because she pulled all the chairman committees from us. I mean, it's insane what's going on. You'd think they're working for us, but they're not. They're working for them, and it's just like you said. All they want is power, and that's what they're out. They want power because power. Also, they're getting money out of the process. Through the back door with a handout like this, they're getting paid off. Bloomberg has been targeting all kinds of local communities all over, putting his money there. So the question is, do we have money coming in here? Why are these people saying stuff that you know good and well the people of Alaska don't want? It's insane. So I'm just saying to each one of you, if you're not participating, if you're not plugging in, find a place to plug in. The Alaska Republican Assembly, you need to contact that. There's another one, Save the PFD. Look it up on the website and get that and start supporting it, because the Save the PFD relates to all of the different politicians. Whether you realize it or not, you're having $3,000 stolen right out of your pocket. I mean, would you do something about that? If somebody said, hey, I'm going to take $3,000 from you, would you do that? Well, that's literally what is going on right now. Right. So you need to look on the website, look for Save the PFD, pull out your wallet where it hurts. They're already stealing $3,000. Can't you come up with $50? To be able to support them. $100. Some of you make big salaries. Hey, go ahead and shuck in a couple of hundred or whatever. If we don't do something, they're going to take this whole thing away from us, and you can't let them down. Just like he said, they just they're like a boa constrictor. A boa constrictor they don't squeeze you to death. A boa constrictor just keeps taking a little and a little each time, so that you can't take air in, and literally what they do is they suffocate you to death. And that's what their whole objective, the whole liberal socialist objective is always to take a little, and then you can't even breathe because they totally control you. So, from Santa himself, hang in here, go for the Second Amendment, and we'll stand united, or we'll die and we'll hang individually. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, we're going to do another raffle in about 10 minutes. So if you haven't got your yellow tickets, come on up.
All right, if you're just joining us here, we're at the Matsu Borough, standing up for our Second Amendment rights. Come on down. We will be here for quite a while longer now.
Those two individuals that just talked did a tremendous job. This gentleman right here really knows where things are at. One of the things you'll learn, if you study the federal registry, you learn why the First and Second Amendment are where they are. These guys really looked that over. Our founders were divine intervention and learned. But if they wouldn't have passed the First and Second Amendments, there never would have been the United States of America. They were there. The other side is, I think, and I'm older than some of you, I'll be 87 in 3 months, the most powerful thing that an NRA member has, along with your guns, is your vote. And we have enough NRA people in Alaska, if they all vote, but they don't. We have the highest percentage of membership of any population in the nation. Yep. But they gotta vote, and they don't. I'll guarantee you that if you're campaigning, you'll find somebody that's an NRA member, and is the election coming up? And they don't know who the candidates or anything else. You've got to vote, and make sure you get out and get that vote. We got power, and we got to use it.
Yeah.
Watch it. You're hooked in the
Does anybody else want to have a few words here? I see Kevin McCabe here. He's going to be running out here in District 8. He's going to be running for office out there. So he's a good man. I know him. He's a good man. Thanks. I'm running for District 8 representative for the House of the State of Alaska. I'm a great Second Amendment NRA life member. I couldn't say it any better than Nick said it himself, except for one thing. Thomas Jefferson said it. Someone reminded me of it just a minute ago. The price of freedom is eternal vigilance. We absolutely must be vigilant, and I'm really happy to see a bunch of young folks out there. This is our country. This is important. We need to involve more young folks. So I'll be wandering around if anybody wants to talk. Anybody in my district has any questions? Thanks. Whenever they were writing the Constitution and they left that portion, the lady asked Benjamin Franklin, who said, "What kind of a country, what kind of a government do we have?" And Benjamin Franklin said back to her, said, "A republic, if you can keep it." And that's our responsibility, because we are the ones that if we don't say something, they'll take it from you, because they're just power hungry people, you know. Sociopaths. But we've got two good right there with Kevin, and also right here from District 10.
You don't have to say anything.
And he's a good man right here. And go ahead.
Well, that's why we got to vote. We got to get.
Goodbye, Giesel.
Hey, does anybody here know who Kathy Giesel really is? Anybody know what she's done? Yeah. So the Alaska Senate's got 20 senators in it. And there are 7 Democrats, and there are 13 Republicans. The minority leader is a Democrat, the majority leader is a Democrat, and the Senate president is Kathy Giesel, and she's a Republican who caucuses with the Democrats.
I'm on the cemetery board.
She's a rhino. My name's Roger Holland, and I want to apologize. District N sent Kathy Giesel to the Senate 4 years ago. She was promising to protect the PFD. She was talking all the conservative talk, and that was when Walker took the PFD the first time. And after Walker was out and Dunleavy was in, for some reason she has flipped the switch and she's on the other side of the issue. So I registered. We announced the opening day of the legislature, and my name's Roger Holland. I'm a You know, you used to know what a Republican was, and then we had to say what a conservative Republican was, and now we have to say what a real conservative Republican is, and maybe what a Matsu Republican is. I live in Anchorage. I live in her district, but she's wrong for Alaska. She's wrong for all of us, and so we're going to put her out. Thanks so much.
Good man. Roger Holland. Roger Holland. Somebody else like to speak here? Have 2 quick words to say? This is an opportunity to speak your piece right now. You have something else that you'd like to... Eric the Red, would you like to say something else?
Actually, honestly, I'm just glad all you feel your voices are heard here. That's the key. Everyone here is being heard. Like I said, the fact that the news media, for the first time I've ever seen in my life, I've been interviewing news on USA, they didn't ask me one pointed question. Usually it's like, oh, let's trip him up, let's make him look stupid, let's do this, let's do that. It's asking about extremists, it's asking about violence, if you guys are violent. I guess I do need it. All they wanted to know what we wanted. What do we want, and why do we want our voices heard? And all they did was listen for once. Wow. Really? People are listening. I'll tell you guys, I've been contacted by assembly members who have tracked me down and said, loud and clear, 10-4, we're hearing it because our phone numbers are being blown up, our emails are being blown up. We hear you. You have helped inform us that we do not support this resolution. We are going to win this, I guarantee you. We are going to win this. And if we don't win it here, we will sign a petition where it will become a ballot issue. And no matter what, they don't have control. Then it goes to the people of the borough, and we have control. And if we vote and the key is, if we have to go through all that trouble, their asses are out, period. I'm not playing the game of, you tell me one thing to my face, I turn around, and then I gotta watch you like a hawk again because I'm getting lied to. I'm tired of being lied to. I want you to represent us. I want you to hear the people in Big Lake. I want you to hear the people in Point Mac. I want you to hear the people in Fairbanks. I want you to hear the people on the Kenai. We need to be heard. We need to be represented. Right now we have taxation without representation because no one's truly listening to what we're saying. We have to mobilize. We have to keep doing what we're doing. Just this group of people. The news was getting every angle of this thing, showing everyone here right now. Show me the last time they've seen something like this in the borough. Obviously, people are angry. People are united, and we're freezing our asses off, but we're still here. P.S. If you do start to shake, you don't need hypothermia, go inside for a little bit, get warmed up, and then come back out renewed and more vigorous, ready to go. Be careful, guys. Watch your toes, watch your ears, watch your fingers, things like that. If you need any help, just ask. We'll do whatever we can. Hopefully keep having more people funnel in. I'm really excited about 5 o'clock if we can walk down Main Street with our signs, with our guns, with our flags, with one voice, and make ourselves be heard. Again, I cannot echo this enough. Right there, read those words. Register to vote. Vote, vote, vote. If you don't vote, you can't complain. And if you don't vote, you're part of the problem. And so if you want to look at yourself in the mirror and know you stood up for your rights, the first step is 1, open your mouth. 2, get your butt down, register to vote. And 3, stay motivated. Stand fast. Stand fast for the cause. Stay to the cause. Stay to everything we're doing right here. And keep this momentum. I'm grateful for every one of you. I really am. The fact that I wasn't the only guy standing there with 2 other guys is kind of a reassuring thing that we can make a difference. I would love for more of you. It doesn't take much to start a little channel. Start something. Okay. Start your own channels. I'll follow you. My followers will follow you. Your followers follow me. That's what we're doing right now with the voting. We're opening up our databases of our followers. So it's now, instead of only 3,000 for each, or 6,000 for each of us, now we have 12,000. Imagine what 12,000 people hearing the same message can do here. So much more powerful, so much more point. It gets attention from these elected officials that, like I said, most of these elections are done by the hundreds, not the thousands. This isn't federal. This isn't down the lower 48. This is something we can control just by motivation and mobilization. And that's something we're doing now, and I'm so very grateful. You guys heard the cause, are sacrificing your time and your warmth to be out here. It's amazing. It's a testament to know we're not that far gone yet. We are being proactive. We are being preemptive. We are starting it now so we don't have to fight it harder later. And they're going to get the message now, and it's going to be so much better in the long run for all of us. And I know, trust me, I've been on a few radio stations. This morning, I was on some radio stations during the week. People were calling me, asking me, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? I had a lot of people that have been in Alaska for a long time that had this, we tried this before, we tried this before, we tried this before. I understand your frustration. This is the same thing I said in Oregon. We tried it before. We got so many people showed up, and then the next time it was less, the next time it was less, until it dwindled down to nothing. The point is we've all been prepared. Everything built up to this. What do you count Virginia? The scares in Virginia is going on right now. Whatever you count, that momentum, it's rising, it's boiling, it's going. That's what's causing this. So why not inform people with this momentum so we have to do half the work? Half of it's done for us. People are starting to pay attention. Now the key is getting people to show up. Ask your buddy, hey, let's go together. After we're done, we'll go get some chow and catch a beer. So man date, girl date, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call these nowadays. I don't have I got a lot of friends now, I guess.
Hanging out.
Meet up. So, that's the key, is make it fun. And this is the other thing. I know this is going to sound funny, but if we need to take time off work, take time off work to come to these things. I know you got mouths to feed. I know you got bills to pay. But 5 hours of your day is not going to make a difference. It might for some people, and I'm not, like I said, I don't want to belittle that part of it. But 5 hours of your day. Now think of the ramifications that has for the area as well. So we're your people who pave your roads. We're the people who build your houses. We're the people who cook your meals. We're the people who drive your trucks. We're the people who pretty much affect every infrastructure in America.
We the people.
We the people. So if people notice us absent, that we are gone, now they have to look into it for themselves. Okay, why is this business closed? Why is that business closed? Why is this business closed? And they actually have to learn and get in tune themselves. So we can affect change just by our absent from our normal lives, on top of the fact we're here in person and letting our voices be heard. So I do know it's a lot to do, guys, and I do appreciate everyone's sacrifice, but now it's inspire your neighbors. Now it's get the people around you to do the same thing and say, hey, that was a lot of fun. The food was really good. Kalani scored away. I won something cool. Maybe I didn't, so I'm going to go and try next time. That's part of this thing. So keep motivated. Keep excited. Let's get this done. Let's get it going. Watch the cards, guys.
Okay, guys.
All right, guys. So our next
Can you get that on national TV?
I wish.
It's going to be front side.
Huh?
I wish.
I would love to see that.
This is a
You know why?
tier
I
lifetime
grew up on the
membership
East Coast.
to front site.
It ain't
What
the
that
East
means
Coast. It's the left coast.
is you have to give 2 weeks notice
It really
to a front
is.
site location. You have to go to Vegas. I think you have to go to Nevada one first. When you go to Nevada, when
That
you go to the
was
other
in
ones.
61 I come
Normal
here for the
classes are
summer.
about
I'm
$2,000
still
a
here.
piece to go to one of their sites or to go to one of their
My dad
courses.
is buried
So
over
for the
here
rest
in
of your
this
life,
general.
you can go for free for any of their
Cemetery over
hundreds
here,
of courses they
and when they
offer.
was pushing
On their
to start a
website,
borough here, he said,
these
"Stood
lifetime
up,"
memberships are about
and he said,
$15,000 to buy this
Vermont.
membership.
And he said,
So it's going to be an awesome, awesome gift for somebody who wins this.
Do it.
And if you want to donate it to me, it wouldn't break my heart. We're doing one right now. You want me to draw it? Actually, yeah, little fingers. That way we don't get any major. Anyone have any little fingers? Hey, you want to come draw this? All right. Impartial, completely impartial little finger. If you want to take your gloves off, you can for a minute. That way you don't pull a whole bunch of them out. I want you to reach in there. I want you to grab one and one alone. You ready? All right, drop it. What does that say? It's a phone number. So read the phone number for me.
208-818-0840.
Whose phone number is that?
I don't know. Are you gonna call it?
That's to keep you guys present to win. There you go. We're all freezing our butts off out here. If you want to win something, you better be here. No, we'll give it. Hey, read one more time the phone number one more time, just in case they're inside. One more time, we'll give them a fair chance. This is a big prize. I don't want to have someone get really mad at me. Sound off.
208-818-0840.
Is that anyone's phone number here? Somebody call that number. All right, you know what? Is that anyone's phone number here? Negative. Let's try again, one more time. They gotta be here in person. Huh? Oh, that's right. Oh, crap, I forgot it. What if they're inside? All right, let's try to call the first number real quick. You hold on to that just in case. Santa, try to call that number. Let's be fair enough, I guess, on this thing, because I'd really, really bummed out if I got my thing drawn and didn't win. Yeah, they might be warming up. I'm okay with that.
Oh no, it's on the 208.
She said,
Let's do the next one. Oh wait, we have a name on it. Jen Pro?
Yeah. What they do is like 360-391-219-240-907-240-470.
Is Jen Pro here? Jen Pro? Just try to call that Alaska number. Let's try the Alaska number real quick. She might be inside. If she's not inside, you can't win. So another person get another chance here. Hey everyone, you want to look at someone funny? That means like the world of this whole thing is because of her. This lady right here is my wife. She's the one who's been supporting me on there. She's my main videographer. She's the one, all of those shaky videos and crazy stuff that made you motion sick. That's her right there. So that's my wife Sarah and my two children, Savannah and Porter. They've been supporting us. They've been my chores are even done when I get home because I've been so late at the office and doing so much of this stuff. My boys been folding my clothes, make sure they're put away. My room's been clean. I mean, things I normally have to do. They've been stepping up and they know I've been tired. They've watched it in my face. They've seen it in everything I've done. My family is one of the best families a guy could ever ask for. And because of them, a lot of this has become very successful and we're moving forward. It's going to get just better. So, like I said, thank them one more time, please. Embarrass them, embarrass them. I love my family and thank you guys for appreciating them.
Looks like he's on top of somebody on the phone.
Is he?
If they're not here, we're going again.
Yeah, they're not here. Are they here?
Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Oh, no problem.
Let's go again.
It's great that you're always doing this.
I try. I went public this year, so just this month, so it's kind of an interesting adventure.
Scott Pierce? I know Scott Pierce. Scott Pierce likes shirt by shirt more than anybody. Oh, shit. Sorry. He told me he had to leave. He's gonna kill me. Scott volunteers, please tell me you didn't leave. Are you here? The dude has shared my shirt probably more than anyone's like top tier fan. All right, let's do it again. Oh no. This is the other, my hunting buddy, who had to leave and take his wife on the acre.
I know. I
more friends, but I'm losing them quick. It's David Mondot. It's Jess's husband. Yeah. Crap. All right. He's also, actually, Dave's the one that gave me his gloves because he saw my fingers were blue, so.
Don't tell him.
Oh, this is bad.
Don't tell him. We will.
Ben Davis.
Ben Davis, are you still here? Ben Davis. Come on, Ben. Ben Davis.
Everybody went home, huh? I guess.
All right. Another try. Let's try one more. Amanda Richards?
There!
Where? Amanda Richards. Awesome. What we do is take your name information. No, it's a difficult job to find a winner. Congratulations, man. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
Backing up.
All right, I've literally lost all feeling in my toes. I am heading inside. Oh, don't forget to share. We're going to be here for quite a bit longer. We're at the Matsu Borough.
Good afternoon again. We have the Fairbanks Freedom Constituency here in the house. Chris, Sally,
Maybe I'll get lucky, find somebody that'll want to take the camera back out there and go continue to keep filming for just a moment, but I am freezing. I need to make sure this thing is charging the way it's supposed to. Phone came up and said it only had 10% left, even though I've had a charger on it. I think the cold weather out there is just literally killing the phone. This new phone's supposed to get somewhere close to around 8 hours of airtime.
Yeah.
And but I have been going since about 10:30 this morning with it. So
Yeah. Not quite lasted, huh?
No.
Oh man. Yeah, it's chilly out there for sure.
All right, we got a new charger put onto it. It's giving me a nice blue light telling me it's doing something. We're at the Matsu Valley here, protecting our Second Amendment rights. We're at the borough. If you happen to be in the Palmer area, come on out. Dress warmly. It is frigid outside. There is no such thing as heat until you go inside, which is where I'm at right now. I've lost all feeling within my toes. We're here protecting our Second Amendment rights. They're trying to instill some new laws out here that will limit your ability to be able to do anything on your property in regards to shooting off your gun at, like, let's say, a target getting ready for your hunting season. They could come in and fine you if you were to do something like that. Come on down, lots of like-minded people down here. It was unbelievable. I've had a host of interviews all morning long. Scroll out comments here. If you've got anything you'd like to say, go ahead and throw it on out. If you've got a question, I'll see if I can answer it. As soon as I can actually feel my toes again, I will head back on outside. I've been live streaming since the moment I'm on Facebook. I'm pulling ahead. I'll tell you that. Small price. Okay, well, wait a minute. I must be missing some comments going on here. What's that?
Right up at the top.
I am the one and only. Website will be live here soon, probably in the next 30 days. I just went public this month. Became an official media company after 2.5 years of doing this as a hobby. I finally decided maybe I should take it more onto the professional level. And so went out, got the business license. It's went legit this month. And now it's just trying to keep warm. And yeah, 3 hours. Got 2 more hours to go. Trust me, folks, I'll be back in about 5 minutes outside where all the fun and adventure is. It is really, really cold. If you don't believe me how cold it is, you can see what the inside of the Matsu Borough building here looks like. People are coming in the droves trying to just keep warm. More coming in now. I'm going to go on out there and see if I can pawn my camera off on somebody, let somebody keep close to the events going on out there. Now that I confirmed I've got the phone recharging again here, I'm going to go see if I can get somebody to sit here and babysit the camera up next to the fun. And then I'm going to come back in and warm up my feet, but no sense you guys missing it.
Everybody might close the job.
If you've got a day, get with one of these organizations. I'll say it again. You need to contact Dave Whitney there with Save the PFD. You know, that connects with every single thing of trying to fight these liberals that are wanting to take away all of your freedoms. Get yourself involved. And as he said, as Red said here, as he said, if you're not voting and you're not signed up, get signed up, because your vote makes a difference. So sign yourself right here. And that other gal of redress, boy, these are critical things we have. We're about to lose our country. This is how serious this thing is. And if you don't do something, you're not going to get it back unless it's going to be with bloodshed and bullets. Because once they take it, they're not going to get it back.
That's right!
All right, so all these great causes, what I'm going to do is on my 907 Freedom page, I'm going to take all these pages, all these causes, where you can find them all, click on them all, find them all easy, and go from there and choose which, whatever you have time to support or disseminate information, share. And the other thing too is people watch. I noticed in my Facebook, I watch my traffic up, people watch the shares. So anyways, without further ado, we have an amazing next speaker. She actually has something that just came out a couple days ago, and I'll let her introduce that part of it. But some incredible information is coming out of the lower 48, and she has a video we have to watch and some other stuff like that. This lady is so connected with what we're doing up here, and she travels all around the U.S. fighting for our rights here. So.
And that is not me. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to introduce you to a wonderful woman. who is my mentor and my friend. Some of you may already know who she is. With over 20 years in law enforcement and security experience, she has a gamut of knowledge at her disposal, both here in Alaska and across the U.S. She has been a field training officer, a school resource officer on various task force teams, and an investigator for the state of Alaska troopers. She has also worked with and alongside the DEA, ATF, FBI, U.S. Marshals, and the U.S. military. She is a certified NRA firearms instructor, a firearms training counselor for USCCA, a range master with the National Law Enforcement Firearms Association. My friend has been a guest speaker at the International Women's Police Association, a guest lecturer for the last 3 years with USCCA, and has done film and audio training. She is currently an ambassador representing Alaska for the DC Project, which is a nonpartisan initiative to bring 50 women, one from every state, to DC with a focus on women gun owners speaking to the lawmakers. Our next speaker has numerous awards for her work, locally, state, and nationwide. National Association of School Resource Officers, Sheriff's Accommodations, Heroes Award, Palmer Chamber of Commerce, Alaska State Troopers for Honorable Service, DEA Award for Appreciation, Governor Award from Governor Sean Parnell, the Enrique Kiki Camarena Award, presented by the Palmer Elks Lodge, as well as a life-saving award for valor. Please welcome my mentor and friend, Donna Anthony.
Yay! All right, thank you. I am broken. I sound like a great hero there, but I am broken. This is why I travel and try to make money now. Thank you, Alaska. This is great. I'm so glad to see everybody here. I wrote notes because I am like a squirrel. I'll go here, I'll go there. I have a lot to say. I'm going to try to stay on topic. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. So thank you for coming out today in support of our Second Amendment right. And to show our opposition that we are united in front to protect our rights to keep and bear arms here. We, the American gun owners, are under attack with well-funded groups who believe that their feelings are more important than our constitutional rights. I'm here to tell you, their feelings do not trump our rights. Okay? At every corner in every state, there's a strong anti-legislation threatening to take away our God-given right to self-defense. We're seeing this, right? We're seeing this in Virginia. It's coming. Groups like Every Town for Gun Safety and their subgroups, Moms Demand Actions, are ready to invade Alaska and make a push for gun control. Alaskans, are you going to let that happen here? No! Are you going to let that happen here? No! They're coming. They're here helping with SB 62. If you have not looked at that, they are pushing the agenda. This is why I flew back yesterday, to make sure that we make a stand, okay? 80% of Alaskan owners basically own guns for hunting and self-protection in our state. We are a gun state, right?
Yes.
Out here, our state is very vast. Alaska is the largest state. Police are more than minutes away. And I'm going to say this again. I'm retired law enforcement. Police are minutes away. We're in the valley. So if you decide to call 911, the police ferry is not going to just show up, okay? It can be, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. If you live in Talkeetna, how much longer will that be? So we have to be ready to respond to any situation in order to protect ourselves and our families. Alaska, we're so unique, right? We are the last frontier, and they're coming to our state. Not done yet. Staying on tap. That's why I did notes. I have met people all around the globe that come up to me and say, "You are so lucky for the Second Amendment in America." They're at the mercy of their government when they come and take their arms. Last month, I was in Homer. I actually stopped at the college there. There was a young man who did a video for his country, Takistan. I didn't know anything about Takistan, but I learned a lot. And in his video, he talks about how the government, the military, have taken their guns away for self-protection and hunting. So when they did this video, They're now training their dogs to go out hunting with them so they can try to get food on the table. Well, now the wolf control is out of control. They can't shoot the animals. They have no guns because the government's taking it. So the wolves are attacking their dogs.
Doing them next.
Think about that. A military taking your guns away for self-protection and hunting. Look what's happening in that country and what could happen here if we don't stop it. So you think about it. We are so lucky to have the Second Amendment. I don't call it luck. I call it proper planning by our forefathers. They never wanted American people to live through what they did under a tyrannical government. It seems, though, many of our freedoms are being whittled away, little by little. A great danger is that so many of us don't notice. Right? Are we seeing that? Are we okay with a small change here and there, a new law there, under the guise of keeping us nice and safe, right? All the while, our fundamental liberties are being stripped, and unfortunately, our society accepts these changes. You guys have to get out and speak. Why? Because it happens incrementally. Well, I'm here to tell you, we do notice this. We're here now. We're noticing it. We will not simply accept this anymore. Rights are inherited to the conditions of being human. The Second Amendment didn't create the right to keep and bear arms. It acknowledged the right that was already assumed and accepted by our forefathers. Nobody in government gave us that right, and nobody in government can take that right away. Amen? Amen. Amen. As law-abiding gun owners, we are responsible with our firearms. No law is going to stop a criminal. As by the very definition of criminal, they don't follow the laws. Stand by. All right. More laws will not make us safer. They don't now. Murder is illegal, but it happens every day. Disarming people does not make us safer. Do we get this? Do we understand that? Yes. Okay?
We do.
Criminals do not follow laws. I know. Don't get me started. Try to stay on task here. I'm about to go off task. All right? Now, all they do is blame guns. Blame guns. Never do they hold the criminals accountable. Remember that whole Hug a Thug program, SB 91? Yeah. Do you guys like SB 91? No. All right, staying on task. I'm gonna get a little rude here. Here we go. No one blames the penis for rape. No one blames the car for DUI fatalities. No one blames the bomb for bombing. Nope. In those instances, the criminal was blamed, right? Why now is the movement blaming just the guns? It makes no sense. There's a deeper intent here, folks. This isn't about guns. It's about control. Socialism? Maybe? What's that? All right. And if you want these entities to control you, then do nothing. If you want to have control over your own life and safety, then speak up, be heard, loud and clear. This is why we're here today. We want criminal control, not gun control. I'm going to say this one more time. We want criminal control, not gun control. Okay. I'm asking every gun owner for a pledge in the gun vote. Know where your representatives stand on gun performance. Write them, call them, visit their offices. They love that. Go visit them. Stay on task here. Let them know you will not tolerate any infringements on your rights to bear arms, and ask them not to entertain any legislation that will place you and your family at risk by restricting your gun rights. Together, we can educate. We are missing education. That's why we're in this position. We lost the education in our schools about guns are safe, right? If you know how to use them. So we need to re-educate. We need to re-educate our lawmakers on the responsibilities of upholding freedom as directed. Stand by. I'm almost done.
Really?
Here's my favorite part coming up here. Women are rocking the gun vote. All right, the number of women gun owners have been increasing over the last 5 years. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
Who here are women gun owners? I want to hear you. Where's my women gun owners? Nice, nice. Well, ladies, thank you for stepping up and being your own self-protector. If anyone has ever said they're for women's rights, then they sure as heck better be for gun rights. Because gun rights are women's rights. Who would be bold enough to tell a woman she can't defend herself against being raped? Good luck with that with me. Okay. Who would be bold enough to tell a woman she shouldn't protect herself against domestic violence? Or if a suspect breaks into your home while their husband's overseas serving in the military. Do we have military up here and there? Do we have military here? Do I hear military? Military overseas, thank you for your service. A lot of you guys go overseas, wives are staying home, taking care of the kids, or vice versa now, right? We can't let this happen in Alaska. We won't let this happen in Alaska. We have many 2A organizations out there fighting for us. But we're up against a giant form of cash-backed antis. One word, Bloomberg. Have you heard that?
Yes.
Get involved, be heard, vote. Keep Alaska free under the Second Amendment and let these groups know they are not welcome in our state. Amen? Yeah. Alaska, we are 2A proud. I am born and raised here. This is a gun state. I hate the way we're going. We shouldn't even have to be here. Staying on task. All right. I am going to give you a little speech, and hopefully you guys know this with me. If you know it, say it with me. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So I have a video. We were just in Vegas last week for SHOT Show. Have you guys heard of SHOT Show? It's like a Disneyland with a bunch of guns. Okay. So we were there with the NRA. NRA did some filming with a bunch of ladies, and Kelly Pigeon from Pittsburgh sent me the video 2 days ago. They want me to play it for you guys. The weather.
I'll vouch for you. Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith. Daniel Smith. I have a brother named Smith. It's Danielle. Danielle. You already called that one. You called that one earlier. Dave's not here. I wish they did. Like,
Right. This is Casey.
Ronald Vernon? Yeah! Ronald Vernon? Yeah. 907, what's your phone number? You gotta confirm it. 907-521-1611. Congratulations! Front sight, lifetime membership. Actually, you know what? Scott Vukic also said that it's any class he offers. He said, don't worry if you already have your concealed weapons course and you want to take a stress fire, tactical carbine, anything else like that, any class he offers, this gift certificate is good for. Okay, so this rifle this time is Jason Cook from Quick Lock Holsters, his chest holster. You tell him which model gun you have, he'll build the holster for you. And that concealed weapons course from Pioneer Tactical. So let's go ahead and draw another name.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
It's just sloppy.
Yeah, it's awful sloppy. Whatever this is. You should have spent more time in school. Jeff Dixon. Is Jeff Dixon still here?
Got Jay there.
907-297-9103. Jeff Dixon. Going once. Going twice. Sorry, Jeff. Someone put Lord of the Rings on here. Is that George Gordjoff? J.R. Gordioff? Gordioff?
Gandalf.
It looks like Gandalf. That's a good I'll read the number. Let me see real quick. Gordon.
Jeff.
J.R. Gordonoff. Oh. Was he here? Well, that's it. That's it. So next one.
Yeah.
Those guys are gonna kick themselves in the ass and like. That's Bruce or Bryce. Is it Bruce or Bryce? What's wrong with your guys' handwriting?
Kids were freezing.
Bruce. 907-733-6986. Bruce. Bruce, are you here? Bruce.
Hi, Bruce.
Going once. Going twice. Come on, Bruce.
Probably the early crowd.
That's indicative of how many people were
I
here.
like the odds list. I should have joined this. Sit here long enough, you're going to win something. William Kirstein? William Kirstein.
Kirsten.
Let's go, another one, let's go. Pretty sure when you guys hear your name for this stuff, you're going to be jumping up and down. I got to sit there and ask you twice.
You sure that's not your name?
Jen Pro? Yeah, that is the second time. She already left.
That's a lucky gal right there.
Yeah, right? Are we pulling them out? Sounds like they keep putting them back in.
Yeah, what the heck?
You know what? Tank or Tank Lancaster?
There you go.
That's great.
You know it is Alaska, so Tank doesn't surprise me.
Matsu Borough, Assembly, Palmer. Second Amendment gun rights.
Private transfer. It's out of my personal collection. Whoever wins it takes home tonight. No strings attached. We're doing the holster first. The combo holster first. We don't have it here. You got to call them. They'll ship it up to you. All right. Who else? Is there anyone else who wants to draw a name? Little fingers. Where's my daughter at? She has tiny hands.
Since noon.
Oh, my wife. My wife has the tiniest hands. She's like a little hobbit. Come on, baby. Sarah Jane, come on.
She's like that.
See? Hobbit size. She's cute, isn't she?
Like, I'm gonna kick your ass.
You should have seen when we first got married 16 years ago. She looked a lot younger than me, and people were like, you dirty old man. I promise she's your age. Sarah, close your eyes. Johnson. Only one. Brandon D.
Close enough.
Brandon Dune or Door. Brandon Door.
Nobody wants to claim to do that handwriting.
What did you say? It's cold and I can't feel my fingers.
Lonnie Timmerman.
Lonnie Timmerman.
Lonnie Timmerman? Is Lonnie here?
No, moving on.
Moving on. Come on, Lonnie.
Brenda Henry.
That's why I said I don't think we gotta call them 2 or 3 times. We actually get a name, they scream up and down, so it's all good to go. Alright, so come around back, then get you lined up with your holster. Alright, here's the last, or second to last big item for the night is the last Front Sight lifetime membership. Like I said, I wish I had one of these. It's such a great gift from, this is actually from Mike Alexander's group's guy. He donated so much time. He was at my shop for about 4 days filling people in this information. This is a true patriot, a guy who works tirelessly for the citizens of Alaska. Is Mike Alexander. Can I get a round of applause for him, please? Great friends I've made through this. It'll be lifelong friends. These people are amazing people. I know I can trust them, and we're going to work together for the state. All right, go ahead and do that. This is for the Front Sight lifetime membership, the last one of the day.
Dustin Hager.
On the first one, where you at, Dustin? Nice, brother, nice.
Check his
That's one of
ID.
the coolest prizes I've ever seen raffled off. You gotta go. All right, you guys ready for the shotgun?
Woo! Yeah!
Remington 87 Super Mag door breach. All my fun goodies on it and everything like that. Hate to part with it, but love the cause.
Thank you.
Hold this, baby. Bottle it. I'm gonna take your coat off.
Woo!
I'm gonna pick this one because it's my gun. All right. Well, I can't feel anything either.
Take your glove off.
Someone's thinking. All righty. What the hell? There's no name on it.
Call the number. Blue ticket number.
Blue tickets. You guys got your blue tickets out?
Yeah.
All right. 425595.
Next.
One more time. I'm going to read it one more time. 425595. Anybody?
Moving on.
All right, we'll try another one. Hey, Jeremiah, where'd it go?
Here, you can take my ticket and call it.
Oh, no. I'm not looking. Tickets. All right, what do I got? Yeah, that's just one of them. All right, you guys ready for another number?
Yep.
425701. Let's double check it. 4257. That's you, brother. That means you've been here all day. You've been here all day. I'm glad you won it.
Nice.
Sarah, can you take the prize to the gentleman, please?
Woo!
Also, one last thing. What's the number this?
Nice.
The last huge thank you I want right now is everyone turn your heads left. Your other left. Left is that way. You see that man sitting there and sat behind that grill all damn day. He's been here since 10:30. Thank you so much, Kalani.
Way to go, guys.
All right, so I have something interesting here, guys. what I have is this. We have some more donations, but what he said was he wants to do an auction, and the proceeds go to 907 Freedom. This gentleman's wife donated 2 big chest holsters. What he said is you can raffle them off, and the proceeds go to 907 Freedom for this cause and for further rallies that we're going to be doing. So, if you all feel like doing an auction, I can go blah, 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 whatever you want to do, we'll make it happen. So, if you're interested, we'll auction these off now, or I'll put them online for a silent auction. What do you think? Online. All right, silent auction it is.
All right.
I'll put them on the website. We're going to go.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yes. All of this is for naught.
That's right.
Hey, wait. Don't leave yet. Wait. Where are you going? All right, this is the deal. Make sure you're here February 11th at 6. What? 18th at 6 p.m.
Yes.
That is where we have to be here in numbers. So when they ask the vote in the room, we vote this thing down, or we vote the thing that Jesse Sumner is proposing to kill it. We have enough public vote to kill it on the spot.
Yes.
Be here, please be here.
All you have to do is show up. Be here on the 18th of February. Protect our Second Amendment rights. Get this bill squashed out of here.
All right, one more time, date and time. February 18th, 6 p.m. Be here to vote Jesse Sumner's proposition in that kills this bill dead right now. Bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring everyone. February 18th, 6 p.m. Everyone get it? Say it back to me.
February 18th, 6 p.m.
Outstanding.
Matsu Borough and Palmer.
Amazing. Thank you so very much. Drive safe. You guys made this a success. Keep sharing, keep posting, keep educating. Do what you do. We're all going to make this happen.
Thank you all for joining the second part here. Sorry it wasn't so soon. The phone just came back up and running.
Please be safe. Also, don't leave your trash. We have a trash can up here.
Have yourselves a great day. Thank you. Don't forget to share.
We want to leave this